Hey, everybody. Listen, welcome into the building. We're here for Married to Medicines recap, okay? Last episode. Listen, for all you heavenly lovers in the building, we're gonna have to talk. And I watched her YouTube. Excuse me, I didn't see it live that night, but I did see it afterwards. And she calls y'all her heavenly angels. So if any heavenly angels out there, we're gonna chat. We're gonna see if y'all are gonna be truthful to this situation. So hey everybody, I see y'all. Hey Carol, Camp Heavenly, I got you. Kimberly, I see you. Marsha, I see you. Mary, hey. Uh-oh, Lisa, I see you coming in the back there. I hope you ready. Give me a minute, okay, and I'm gonna come to you. All right. So, hey, Plum, listen, this particular episode, it was pretty good. When it starts out, we are still actually at Contessa's house, right? We're still at Contessa's house, and Heavenly called Simone a flip flopper, okay? And she said that Toya is a flip flopper also, pretty much trying to say that, they both will go on either side of the fence given the particular situation, okay? Come on, Juanita, I'm trying to tell you, Heavenly is messy. She's messy, boost to the 10th power. Hey, April. Hey, pretty me, Jay. Hey, Chi-Town. Thanks for that picture earlier. I sent it to Sherelle. Hey, Mel Briggs. Listen, y'all in the building. Hey, Miss Queen of the Mall. I see you. Thank you to all my moderators in the building tonight. I do appreciate y'all. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Yeah. Oh, you a heavenly angel? We got some heavenly angels in the building. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Listen,
How
Lisa,
you
I'm
doing,
about to
dog?
do. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Don't make me have to pull up no Sonya props on you now.
What
No
I
chewing
do?
gum. No chewing gum.
I got
Okay.
this right here. I got some more.
I'm messing with you. Okay. So
I
we're gonna
know.
get into it. We're gonna talk about, this particular episode. So Heavenly called them a flip flop, but Heavenly left. She was done. She said she had enough of this intervention and she left. Okay. And so that Dr. Jackie went outside to talk to Heavenly. You know the problem I'm having with Dr. Jackie? The problem I'm having with Dr. Jackie is she's messy, boots. Again, she was okay with Heavenly talking about her man and talking about him on a regular basis, but yet she had no love for Buffy. But I said that last week, and I'll say it again. Uh-oh, Juanita, you said Heavenly Devils.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
trying
you.
to
Don't make
tell
her go
you.
to the court no more. Don't make her take her to the court and trial again.
Okay, don't make us take her, right, Lisa? Lee,
Mm,
you never liked Dr. H. Jealous of females having a healthy relationship with family. Yeah, we gonna get into it. Oh shucks, Chi-Town says she's a heavenly angel.
mm,
Mm. Okay. The women spend too much time talking behind each other back off the cameras. Yeah, they are messy. Hey, just simply thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. So Dr. Jackson,
Thanks, Mom.
she goes and talks to Dr. Heavenly and told Dr. Heavenly that she needs to calm down. And then she comes back in the house and she talks to Dr. Contessa. And Dr. Contessa is on her feelings. She's emotional. She was like, yo, Heavenly is reckless. She was dead wrong, talking about my marriage like that. And she said, I'm done with her. She was pissed off. But at the house, we're still at the house. Quad and Dr. Simone get into it, okay? Quad is a little flip flopper, if you ask me. She's saying, okay, the intervention didn't go well. Well, we know it didn't go well. Well, sometimes interventions don't go well. I don't know too many interventions that end in a kumbaya moment. I don't know too many. When you're doing an intervention, usually the person that you're coming up against, they're going to be pissed, okay? So she was saying that it didn't go well. She felt the ladies was dead wrong. But in the meantime, Simone had to remind her, when something happened to you, you handled it in a similar way. So what are you talking about? You have an issue with the way this was handled. Okay, talk to me about the issue. Okay. Hey Irene. That wasn't an intervention. That was an ambush. Okay, heavenly
Whatever you
angels,
called it,
side
it
child.
shouldn't be
Go
a
ahead, Lisa.
whatever you call the ambush intervention. She needed it because she done talked about everybody, especially Quad and Jack, the two people who on her side. She said Quad and Zeke will marry me. Quad said something today online. She said, I'm gonna get back at her. She said, you stabbed me in the back. I done told you. The last time I'm done with her. I think because Quad said something today online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doc Willie, good evening. Hey, Doc Willie, nice to see you in the building.
Hey,
So,
Dog Willie.
yep, no, hands down, Dr. Heavenly was a mess. So, Mary, okay. Mary saying that was an attack on Dr. Heavenly. All right, you heavenly angels, we get where y'all coming from. We just have to agree to
And
disagree.
disagree.
Right. So, Quad and Dr. Simone kind of get into it. And then eventually all the ladies end up leaving the house. Dr. Heavenly was still happen to be outside when the ladies was preparing to leave. And she was kind of, I guess indirectly, she was blocking the way. Okay, so they all had to wait for Heavenly to move her car so they can go home also. So Shawnette says Contessa should have known Heavenly is not going to take it well if there's a gang up. Oh, I guess we got another heavenly angel in the building. She should have cursed out
Baby, if
Heavenly
you
one on
can
one,
dish it,
even if it's off camera.
if
Go
you
ahead.
can if you can dish it, you should take it, okay?
You know
Don't
what?
dish
Come
it
on,
if you can't
Lisa.
take it. Huh?
Don't dish it if you can't take it. She did not need that. Heavenly
That's
didn't
right. I
need
don't
that.
never dish it
Uh,
because I know I can't
you're right,
take it.
y'all heavenly lovers. We ain't mad at y'all. It could have definitely been handled better. Handled better. I mean, we compiled all of her things that she was saying on her YouTube channel. We compiled them all together. Sometimes you got to show people their own evidence or they will deny and act like they don't remember. So now here you are in front of everybody you talked about. We compiled all of the evidence into one video and you sat there and you laughed your behind off. And like I think it was Dr. Simone said it, a psychotic laugh. It was like this psychotic laugh. You was laughing. It was a joke to her. But anyway, we'll move on. Hey, Miss G. Hey, Fresh Strawberries. I see you out there. Thanks for
How
stopping
y'all
by.
doing? I be seeing my name in the chat. I'm saying, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's up tonight? Lisa's in the
So
house, baby.
yes, Lisa's in the house, y'all. So Toya and Simone, right? They meet up, right? Toya actually goes to Dr. Simone's office, brings her a green drink, because the Dr. Simone is, she's on her health thing, right?
Yeah.
Here we go, Joseph. Contessa needed to also insert her clips as well because she talk ish on Heavenly. Oh, she talked ish on Heavenly's channel. All right. Everyone is worried about Heavenly's feelings, and she just dug the knife in further. Didn't she though? Come on. Didn't she though? Heavenly was wrong, period. She goes for the juggler, doesn't she? But I do appreciate Heavenly's business sense. I do also. 100%. I do appreciate her business sense. And that's the thing. We can always give credit where credit is due. And I will say, definitely, she does have a great business sense, right? And I love the fact that she has this beauty supply store. So, Toria, you into the building. What's going on? What you want to say about this first scene where we're still at Contessa's house?
That was a whole mess. That just was a whole mess. And Dr. Heavenly was being real rude. She didn't want to move her car and let them girls out.
She didn't. She was being messy. Yeah,
She
she was
sure
definitely
was.
being messy. So Toya and Simone meet up and they're talking. And so Dr. Heavenly also said that Toya is broke. One thing I could say about Toya is that she does know how to kind of laugh things off. She doesn't seem to take so much to heart. Like she cares and she doesn't like it and she'll address it, but she doesn't lose her mind over it. At least that's the way that what I kind of catch from Toya. So Chi-Town said she wasn't being rude. She could not get the car unlocked. All right, she couldn't get the car unlocked. All right,
Who gonna get her the
Chi-Town,
car unlocked?
Heavenly,
No,
Heavenly
she didn't. She
Angel.
standing in front. No, 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 no. Let's go back. Let's go back. But
Mhm.
don't do that. That itch stick that she got inside that car. Then she, when her and Jack was sitting outside the car, and then she seen everybody else come out. She said, yeah, she gonna stand in front of her car. So I'm like, y'all ain't gonna get back. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. Now, in the old Lisa, I said, babe, I would hit that car and hit her ass too while she long way out. So I said, do what you gonna
Hey,
do. I would
Sherry.
hit your ass. Come on, again.
Hey Sherry, welcome to the building, Heavenly Angel. Well, we about to talk about your girl. We about to get into it. So Shawnette said Heavenly already said she and Damon had a lot of problems in their marriage years ago, and they went to therapy. Now they're in a comfortable spot. Okay, thank you, Shawnette. We appreciate that tidbit of information, right? And so, what the way this who was Team Heavenly, Anila, Dr. Jackie, and Quad, one was leaving this event, seemed to be Team Heavenly, okay? And Team Contessa was Simone, and Toya, okay? So those two are kind of a team. And Dr. Simone felt like all the ladies that were on Heavenly side, they just keep making excuses for what she's doing, and they're afraid to confront her and let her know that this is not good. Right? Somebody said, I think they are still having problems. Damon never appears to be happy. Um, I think I feel like that's just his personality. And I also feel like he does the show for Heavenly, but I don't think he's into being a messy type of person. And we'll get into that a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more when we get to the scene with him and Heavenly in their house, right? So, and then was it me going crazy? But I felt like Dr. Heavenly, when they showed her bedroom, and they showed Contessa's bedroom. I swear to you, I felt like they had the same exact bedroom
Me
furniture.
too.
Um,
I thought they were just me saying that. Yeah, it did seem like that.
right.
You ain't imagine that, but I thought the same thing too.
So Lisa, they're beating us down. They're trying to say Heavenly couldn't unlock her car. All right, guys, we'll give her
Y'all
that
gonna
for
hear that.
speaking purposes.
Y'all gone with that. She kind of stood. She stood in front. She stood because Toy told her, "Baby, I don't want to go in her grass. I don't want to go in her grass. I want to go." Heavenly got in front of the car, like, baby, and you put that car in reverse, put that mug forward, and hit her in her darn car.
Yeah. So
Ain't
Simone
nobody got time. Ain't
Chi-Town
nobody got
said,
time for Heavenly and that mess. See, stuff like that get on my nerves. See, I can't stand people like that. I'm for real. You know what I'm saying? You so negative, but you can't take it. You can dish all this stuff out, but you can't take it when the truth will come back in your face, and they
right.
telling you that you are hurting their feelings.
Yeah, yeah. Simone has talked about Toya herself. That first shift is fake if only. So I guess Dr. Jackie is neutral. Dr. Jackie playing games, and you want to talk about a flip flopper and playing both sides of the fence. Welcome to Dr. Jackie's
No, no, no,
world.
no, no.
Okay.
We're not going to do Dr. Jackie like this. No, no, no. She's not a flip flopper. Dr. Jackie
Oh,
is neutral.
well,
Okay.
hello, Sebastian. Hi.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Dr.
Go
Jackie.
ahead. What do you want to say?
No, we are not going to drag Dr. Jackie and call her a
Uh-huh.
flip flopper. She is neutral. Sis has always been neutral since season one, and she still is.
Oh, okay. She's neutral. But can I
No,
ask
she
you this,
haven't. I'm gonna tell you
Sebastian?
something. No, no,
Go
no,
ahead.
no, no, no. She ain't always been neutral. She ain't always been neutral. I'm gonna tell you something. Because when my wife when took that test and to them people and them people put out her hair, her natural hair, her head. And even Eugene said this test go back. All this a long test. I don't have them doing it. They says no drugs nowhere in her system. She looked at that paper. She knew what that paper was gonna say. She sit there now. I don't. Nah, babe. She ain't never been neutral, babe. And she did the same thing to Lisa Cloud. When Lisa Cloud said she was not gonna take off. She said I will pose with my bra on, will look nice. I'm not gonna burn my breast She got totally upset with Lisa Cloud. Okay, Dr. Jackie is never neutral, baby.
Yes,
Never.
she
She sure
is.
ain't.
Yes, she
You
is.
right, Lisa. She sure ain't. Go
She
ahead
is.
with that, Sebastian.
No, you know what Dr. Jackie does? Dr. Jackie tries to play high sedidity, high and mighty, above it all. But when
Oh my
Dr.
God.
Jackie gets pissed, she gets petty.
Exactly.
Okay? She gets
Yep.
real petty. Go ahead, Sebastian.
That's my sis. Dr. Jackie knows how to get it. She goes low with you. She's not like Michelle Obama, as Candy says. You go low, she goes low with you as well. If she has to defend herself, we're not gonna
She
trip.
goes lower. What if this is a plot Heavenly and Contessa came up with to keep the show interesting? Contessa was put on 20 on 10 with all that screaming. Well, have
Ooh,
I? Well, have I? I'm gonna talk about because I actually listened to Dr. Heavenly's live. Okay.
oh,
So Dr. Heavenly has a YouTube channel. Y'all should go over there. I believe after every episode she goes live. I never get to see it after. I usually watch the replay sometimes. I watched the replay and she feels like Contessa is using this as a storyline. But we're going to get on Dr. Heavenly in a minute. But so no, I don't think they both came up with it together. She also said, Dr. Heavenly out of her own mouth, that if Contessa would have talked to her and said she needed a storyline, and I'm paraphrasing, and was going to use her as a storyline, she should have told her and she would have helped her. Did you see Dr. Jassie's
well,
face when they showed?
well, that same thing too. Then, if you're gonna use people husband life on the storyline on the show, then you should tell them. Then, come on now, stop being deceitful on him.
Right. So did you
I'm
see
here
Dr.
with
Jackie's hold on one second, Lisa. Did you see Dr. Jackie's face when they showed the clip of Heavenly talking about her husband, Ella? Yeah, Dr. Jackie, she was pissed, but you know what? She's because she's seen Heavenly for some reason. She's not going to say anything. Dr. Jackie throws a rock and hides her hand. I'm trying to tell you, Juanita, doesn't she? But here we go. Charlene is saying Dr. Jackie. Oh, thank you, Charlene. Dr. Jackie is not neutral because she wouldn't say in their meeting at the cabin and voted Mariah out of the group. Come on now, remind the people, remind Sebastian. Did you hear that, Sebastian? You still
Sure
there?
is, but she the reason why them helpers got a job on now.
I'm here. I'm here. Um,
Okay.
well, you can vote. No one says you can't vote unless you're a convicted felon. She had every right to vote.
You so
Go ahead,
messy. You
Sebastian. You
so messy,
crazy.
Sebastian. You so messy. Doctor, thank you, Miss Queen of the War. Dr. Jackie is very two-faced. But we got to get to this scene. Okay. This scene was a lot. With Amelia and Dr. Heavenly went to lunch. So Dr. Heavenly had a whole intervention. It did nothing for her. It didn't work because she's at lunch with Amelia. Amelia's trying to tell her, listen, Quad is on your side, but she's a little pissed. She's pissed that you want to walk around talking about she sleeps with married men. And so Amelia was just trying to tell her, talk to Heavenly, I talk to Quad, make up with Quad, because this is a mess, but Quad is seeing you, but she is very upset about this. Well, Dr. Heavenly thought the cameras was off, which I think is a bunch of crap because the cameras could be off, but if you still mic'd up, you thought the scene was over, done, said what, they finished filming. Now you know better than this, Dr. Heavenly. So Dr. Heavenly tells Anila, listen, there are a ton of people that pretty much told me that Quad is sleeping with a man. If somebody's giving feedback, there's people telling me that Quad is sleeping with married men. The woman is talking. She gave Anelia the person's name. Anelia was like, I don't know that person. It got messy. And then later on, she apologizes to Quad. Quad doesn't know about this scene yet. She apologizes to Quad, saying, I don't believe that you sleep with married men. And then Dr. Heavenly, for all your heavenly angels out there, your girl is a hot mess. She's going to say in the confessional, I never said that Quad sleeps with married men. I don't
She
know what
never
you're talking
did.
about.
She never said that.
The
Excuse me?
producers asked her in her confessional,
Uh-huh.
didn't she tell, what's her name, Amelia? She
Anila.
told her in that restaurant the name of the married man that she was messing with.
No, she
She
didn't tell
told
you.
her that name,
Listen,
Yes,
and
she
then she
did. They
gonna tell
blocked
them
his
she didn't
name.
say
no, no,
it.
no. It was not a him. She said the name of the woman
Yes, she did. The woman. She
husband
did.
that
But still,
is
the
alleged
name of the
God
woman
is
who said
sleeping
it,
with.
she knows she said that.
She did not say Quad was sleeping with married men. All she said was that this person said that Quad is sleeping with her man. We can't do Dr. Heaven like this.
She said
First in her
Well,
class.
it's her
she
man,
said she go around telling everybody.
and she said it on her live thing she does. So she did say it.
Yeah, because Quad ain't stupid. I'm gonna tell you something, baby. That Quad got back at her. She said, "Baby, you see the knife." I'm telling you, Quad already came forward. She said, "But I got her though. I know she got her ass at the reunion. I bet she did. I bet she gonna get herself together. She gonna get heaven together. I ain't not worried about Quad, baby. Quad gonna come. Quad gonna write that check for her ass.
Thank
So
you,
Nola. Okay, so she said the name of the person who told her the rumors. I got it. Are you a heavenly angel, Nola? Yeah. She said a name though. So let's just do this. She said a name, and thanks, Nola. She said a name, and Dr. Heavenly is messy. Messy. Thank you, Pretty Me J. Sebastian, she should not have not repeated the rumor, but I'm still Team Heavenly for now. Oh my
Okay.
God,
No, no,
Pretty
no,
Me
no,
J.
no.
Oh
No, no,
my
no, no, no.
God.
Wait. How are you telling me that she should have never repeated the rumor, but Phaedra on Atlanta repeated a rumor too? So she had every right to repeat whatever rumor she wanted to say. As Simone
This
said,
ain't Atlanta,
America.
Sebastian.
This
This
is
is married to
America.
medicine, darling.
Dr. Simone says, this is America. She has every right to say what she wants to say.
Mm. Okay, how would Dr. H, aka Dr. Messy, you know what, Lee? Tell it now, Dr. Messy, he'd gossip about daddy messing around with a woman. Okay, she would lose her
No
natural
mind.
mind.
She
She would
shall be because
lose
when
her
Mariah brought it
natural
up,
mind.
when Mariah brought it and remember, like you remember Mariah said, I have receipts. And Mariah said the only way she did not do that, her husband told her, do not do that. That's not nice and it's not cool. Do not do that because she said that's the only reason why her husband told her, do not do that.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember that, Lisa. And she
Hmm.
needed to worry about that tights that she was about ready to put her husband in that Halloween costume with his fat
Okay, so
self.
but wait, let's finish at this Anelia and Dr. Heavenly luncheon. You know, she talked about Toya having financial problems and marriage problems. So she was being very, very messy. And that's why I like that new name, Dr. Messy. She was being very messy at that luncheon. It was dead wrong.
Yeah,
Diva,
time
I
out.
was trying to get in Sherelle's show to protect you today when Perry and Sherelle was calling you out about Dr. Heavenly. I was trying to get in, but she ran out of time. I had wrote in the chat, I'm trying to save you, Diva.
Save me, okay? Save me. Heavenly would have been an excellent lawyer because she knows how to manipulate facts. Come on, high five. Tell
Yeah,
me,
Y'all
and
shall
are
we
then
keep it
just I'm gonna tell you
messy?
something. I'm gonna tell you
Yes.
what I did not like. I'm gonna tell you what I did not like about that lunch.
Okay.
Dr. Beverly sit there and she said, well, Eugene said in a crowd full of people that Latoya is the biggest mistake of his life.
She
is
said
she
that
not?
also. She was messy at that luncheon.
But she is though.
Messy. But you know what though? You had an intervention. What did you learn?
That wasn't an
Nothing.
intervention. That was an ambush. What did you expect her to learn? That was not an intervention.
Listen, Nola, you have went into the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
How you doing? So I just want
You
to
know,
thank Chantal, Naja girl. Hey, lovable Lisa. I know cocktails already, but she sent me your stream, so I want to thank her. I have now subscribed because I didn't know about your channel, but baby, you got a new subscriber. But
Okay.
I'm an equal
Okay,
opportunity.
hold on 1 second. Somebody's giving a ton of feedback.
Hmm.
I want to make
Uh,
sure we can hear everything. I
Nola,
don't
you
know
need to
who that
turn
is.
off YouTube. while you're on StreamYard.
Yeah, turn off YouTube while you're on. Yep, that's better. I think, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Nola, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I had my YouTube off because I'm on my phone watching it. I'm an equal opportunity dragger. Okay, when I talk about people, everybody can get it. I personally feel like Heavenly should have never reviewed this show, being that she was on it.
Hello. Hello,
Reason
come on,
being,
girlfriend.
reason being, it is different from when you have content creators like you and I reviewing the show. We don't have firsthand knowledge. We're speaking on
Right.
what we see on the TV versus she was there. So the people are going to press her a little bit harder because they want the information that we don't get to see on the TV, what she has. So personally, I would not have reviewed the show I was on. Or if I
Hello.
had chose to
Candy Burris
review
does
it,
it.
if I had chose to review it, I would have strayed away from certain things, being that you either gonna mess up with your subscribers or you gonna mess up with your friends. So you gotta choose one or the other because somebody was gonna be mad either way. Here's the
Candy Burris
problem
does it.
that I have with it. Contessa,
Right.
if you was mad, you should have said you was mad. You went on to same platform to drag people with Heavenly more than once. After the draggization of your husband, in which she said that she believes that he is mentally and verbally abusive to you, you went on her channel again after that. So why you didn't address that then? Why you didn't address that then? To me, it's not making sense. It's giving storyline. It's giving my marriage still is not in a great place. So to distract y'all from that, I'm gonna put it off on Heavenly. Now I do feel like the things she said about Toya is definitely below the belt and wrong. But Toya I was sent the clip last night. Toya went on her show, so I don't understand why are y'all now wanting to talk about her and do a quote unquote intervention when all y'all have been on said show with her more
Yeah.
than once, dragging people. It just is for me. I wouldn't do it, and I feel like Contessa, you should be a very smart person. Process of elimination. If I'm on my show dragging you and then I drag lovable Lisa and the only person left, I'm sorry, sir, I didn't get to see your name at the bottom. Process of elimination, you next. So why wouldn't you think that she would do it? She has dragged everybody. It just don't make no sense to me that you felt like you was above it. If she could have stood up there and said to me, and this is not sticking up for Heavenly, Heavenly, I was mad because at the end of the day, you get up there, you drag everybody. I done even been on there and drag people with you. However, I thought we was better than that. I can rock with that because I'm letting you know I thought we was friends. I was better than that. But it's the hypocrisy for me. I want to drag you and do an intervention now because you talked about my husband. Meanwhile, I didn't have a problem going on and talk about it with somebody else's husband and drag them and their
Okay.
husband.
Okay. So let me. Maybe put yourself on mute if you're
Yeah,
not
do y'all
talking.
hear that static or is just me?
No, no. Okay. Hold on 1 second, Lisa. I just need everybody put yourself on mute unless you're talking to me for the moment. Let me try to figure out where this noise is coming from. Um, but okay, I don't think I hear it now. But yes, you made a good point. Thank you, Nola. The Don, you're in the building. What do you want to add to this conversation?
Now, Diva, you know I love you, right?
Yeah, come on, come on.
Firing you off.
So, what was the difference between Heavenly doing her show Sunday or Monday, whenever it came on, and Contessa going on Andy Watch What Happened Live and dragging Heavily in front of millions of people?
Ooh.
Well, see, you know what to do. Are you a heavenly angel? You came here to start mess. You a
No,
heavenly
I just,
angel?
I know, I just want to know what's the difference.
Well, see, here's the
See,
difference.
because Dr. Heavenly reached a few thousand,
Mm-hmm.
Contessa reached a few million. So,
Right?
if we're talking about dragging people in the public, shouldn't she have learned her lesson with the sit down you had with Dr. Heavenly and said, I'm not going to do you the way you do me. I'm going to show you
Mm.
I can be nice to you in front of millions of people.
Mm.
I'm going to treat you kindly.
Okay, so you know what? I was going to sit here and play games with you. Somebody's giving feedback. I don't know who that is. Please mute
Let
yourself.
me, can I address that? Can I address that?
No, wait a second. So 1 second, Lisa. I muted you because there was a lot of feedback from your thing, but I'm gonna unmute you. Give me a minute. So Don, I'm not going to play games with you. I was going to make up some stuff, but the truth is the truth. What is the difference, right? But still, here's a little bit of a difference. Dr. Heavenly is on the cast with her friend. I do believe, like Nola said, you gotta make a decision. Do you want to be a YouTube blogger or do you want to be on Married to Medicine and interact with your cast? You can be a blogger, but don't review your own show if you're going to get on your own show and just be messy
May
and
I
just
answer?
talk about people really, really bad. Go ahead, Sebastian, and then I
On
gotta go to
behalf,
Lisa.
on
Yeah.
behalf of the heavenly angels, I will be saying that why are we attacking Heavenly? But when Candy brings on people from her show to do speak on it, and they do drag other people too on that show as well. We don't drag Candy. We can't be doing this to Dr. Heavenly. Come on now.
All these heavenly angels in here. I don't want to butcher your name, but I'm gonna say Miss Kisa. Um, take yourself off of mute and talk to me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't know I was on.
Okay, yes, yes. Talk to me. You're on.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to apologize to Miss Lovable Lisa because there was another live where I think she thought I was talking about Lisa Rinna and
Oh,
about her.
okay.
So I want to apologize if she ever felt any kind of way because I love her. I love like how she's on, and so if you make sure I got that.
Okay. If she didn't hear you, I'll repeat it to her. Lisa, your thing is still giving feedback. I had to mute you again. But see, I'm gonna unmute you, but give me a minute. But continue on. I will make sure she knows that. I'm glad. Thanks for saying that. Go ahead.
Watched the replay of Gabor, and I heard my Miss Kaiser so say, and I was just like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And so I was just like, "No, I love Lisa." So I was like, she thought I was talking about her, and I called Lisa a whore.
Oh, okay, okay.
We're
All
not
right.
whore. And I think Miss Lovable, you thought that I was talking. I would never. So I just want you to know that I would never talk about you like that, my dear. So I came on the platform to let that be acknowledged.
I appreciate you for saying that, and I'll make sure she knows.
Yeah,
Anything else you want to add?
Lisa Rinna is still a whore.
All right. Thank you. No, no, hold on. No, Lisa. Let me unmute her. Let me figure out. Hold on 1 second, guys. No, Lisa. She wanted to let you know that I think in Gabor's live, you might have thought that she was saying something about you. She just wanted to come up and say she was not saying anything about you. She was talking about Lisa Renner. So we just wanted to make that
Oh,
clear.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I accept your apology. I'm sorry. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right.
Sometimes
All right.
I
So
see in the comment and I
we cleared
forget
that up.
I'm more than
All
one.
right.
You laugh. You are like so beautiful. Like, I mean, the way you speak your mind and everything, I be cracking up. I was like, oh no, I was feeling some type of way. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
it's right.
Gore told me the next day. He did. Gore told me the next day. They
Okay,
were not talking about.
Okay.
I was
So
like,
good.
so long
All
distance
right.
oh,
hug, girl. So long distance hug.
All right.
it's
So
all
hug, group
love, baby.
hug.
It's all
We did
love.
see this how you do this how you do an intervention, guys. This how you do an intervention. Okay. So Marianne, I know you a heavenly angel. And
Steve, let
when
me
I
come
was
back and come
listening,
back in the room. Let me come
okay,
back in. Let
okay,
me
sure, no
come and come
problem.
back and come out
Okay,
back.
so
Let
when I
me
was
come out.
watching
Let me
Heavenly's
go out and
live,
come back
okay,
in the room.
go ahead, Lisa, go ahead. When I was watching Heavenly's live, I know she gave you your auntie gave you a shout out. She gave you a shout out. She was like, "Oh, hey, Roy is in the building. Come off of you, and you need to tell the truth about your auntie because she's a hot mess. Okay, a hot mess." She said, Doctor Eugene didn't wish said Toya was his biggest mistake. That's messy. You should never repeat that. She said that she's draining him. They got financial problems. She dogged Toya out, and she also said that Quad sleeps with married men. Talk to me.
Okay, so at this point right now, Dr. Heavenly, Auntie, love you. We're going up on a cleanup tour on our friends who are our friends. Quad is our friend, and so she has apologized to Quad. If you have watched her live, you know we are no longer boopies. We are Heavenly's angels. So for my Heavenly, Auntie Heavenly lovers, we are Heavenly's angels, and we're trying to fix what we've kind of messed up on in the past. Dr. Heavenly's never too big to apologize. And so we have apologized to those we need to apologize to, and we're moving forward. As far as speaking on Eugene and Toya, I mean, we can't help but to speak the truth. If the truth was told, we got to ride with it. Quad brought that to her. And unfortunately, if you bring something to Auntie Heavenly, you better be ready for it to be repeated. This is what we are
Period.
here for. We are here to get our check, run season 9, and get us 2 more seasons, 3 more seasons. We
No,
love Married to
it's a
Medicine.
beat
We
season
love
'cause
Auntie Heavenly. And we're coming back. We're coming back non-stop. We coming for you. And you just
Okay,
got to
so
be ready.
Royale, yeah, Royale, Mel Brick says y'all got a lot of work to do. Thank you, Mel Brick, because y'all got a lot of work to
And
do.
we
Hey,
willing to
y'all
do the
got
work
press
though. That's the
conferences,
thing.
parades.
We are willing to do the work. That's what we're willing to do the work.
wrong.
If we can be friends with Dr. Jackie, we can be friends with anybody.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this,
Yes,
Diva.
go ahead,
Why
Don. Go
what
ahead.
what
He is
why are the heavenly angels, the
beautiful.
quote quote heavenly's angels, required to do work when was it, season 6 of this show? You know how these women like to cuss each other out and get back best friends. So
Hmm.
you had Simone, Toya, and Contessa
Not
planning an intervention with Heavenly.
mhm.
So Simone, no, Contessa said that Dr. Eugene was the definition of a big ass bee, but now they're best friends. You had
Thank you. I'm so
Simone,
glad somebody
you had
said it.
Simone that called Contessa what she said that her breast augmentation was fake and she was just trying to stay away from the group because she was afraid of Toya.
Mm.
But y'all having an intervention. And you have Toya who's literally fought not once but coming up again on this season, but there's no intervention. So we're not going to have an
And let's
intervention
not
for the.
forget when Simone called
Just give
Toya a broke
Oh
shit.
yeah,
and told
yeah,
her she
and
was a
then
bad
Toya,
mom.
yeah, Toya leaked at her, but Toya went back in the reunion and lied like it wasn't any cameras around. But we're not having an intervention for that.
Mm.
So let's have an intervention for the hood rat Toya. Who
Whatever
this is
this
It's a
their
is, you
this
difference.
better
is their
preach,
this is their
sir.
work.
You better
This is
come
their
through.
what, fifth or sixth house. This is their fifth or sixth house in 9 years. Let's have a financial intervention. Let's
Let
do that.
fucking
Well, they're on the sick and shut in list. We got to remember they are on the sick and shut in list.
See,
So
y'all
And
playing
can
games.
I,
Toria,
and can
do you want to
and can
jump
I
in
say
here?
this?
Can some? Yes, go ahead. Who? Go ahead. Who was
let me
talking?
That
my
was Nola.
uh,
Go ahead, Nola.
So, and can I say this? Because he bring up the person who was just talking, bring up some valid points. And here's my thing: when you want to do an intervention, if I want to do an intervention for my friend, because I feel my friend did me wrong, right? They're a group of. I don't consider none of these ladies real friends. I think they're a group of co-workers. Okay. Some of them may have some, like I believe Jackie and Simone have a real friendship. You can't do an intervention with me with people who you were previously mad at, but now y'all done made up because all y'all mad at me. It's never gonna go well.
Right.
It's never gonna go well in that situation. Let's be clear. Toya was mad at Contessa for not coming to her party, dragged her to the people at the party on the mic when the lady was didn't come because she was taking
That's
care of her
true.
daddy, but she sent her husband as representation for her. They was going off screaming and hollering. It's crazy. Like I said, I don't agree with what Heavenly said. Me personally, if I was reviewing the show I was on, I would do a pre-record. That way y'all can ask me no questions, give my synopsis of the show, and let that be that. Y'all put y'all comments in the comments. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Me personally. But at the end of the day, Heavenly get what, a few thousands of views, maybe hundreds of thousands of views. What is said on the confessional, right, is viewed by millions. When they get on Twitter and they live tweeting and they dragging and calling each other bees and this, that, and the third, it's a much bigger audience that sees it than would go on Heavenly thing, because you have people who don't like us, so they're just not gonna go watch and support her. So my thing is, if we not gonna drag, we not gonna drag at all. Either we gonna drag or we not gonna drag at all. And then what I don't like is nobody can serve me shit and say it's sugar.
Mm.
Okay, Contessa, you didn't have no
Amen.
problem with letting these women drag your husband when you was sitting there crying, talking about you had a lived in a volatile household. When you say you live in a volatile household, that is a semblance of abuse, whether it's mental, physical, or verbal. You all but had Quad serve your husband divorce papers on that reunion, and now you saying don't say nothing. If we want to talk about a reality show, in reality, we've all had that friend, cousin, whoever, right, that done came to us and done talked about their boyfriend like trash, and then
Yep.
they done got back together, but our feelings are still the same, and we drag them every time we see them. Girl, you know he ain't nothing but shit, but we gonna slide. That's reality.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's
go
reality,
off.
and that's the problem. And Steven, I do, and I'm not trying to promote my channel on your channel. I promise you, I'm not. If you ever come to my
Wait, no,
channel,
no,
you
wait,
will
hold on,
see you.
Nola, Nola. Hold on. You can say your channel. What's your channel?
Nola Reed's the same as my name.
All right, there you
If
go,
you come to
boo. Go
my
ahead.
channel, I let everybody know I am a stand of no one. I am an equal opportunity dragger. If you do something this week that pissed me off and it don't sit well within my soul, I am gonna drag you. If the next week you are in the right, I am gonna tell you in the right. I am a stand of nobody. But my point is, I deal in these shows, since they're quote unquote reality shows, I deal in the reality of it. And the reality of it is, if I have a problem with you and you have a problem with me, I'm not coming to sit at your house. I'm not going on no trips with you. I'm not doing none of that. So if we want to get back to a reality show, put some reality in the real reality show. My premises, I watch reality shows to get away from real life stress of reality, because that be some BS, just straight up. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? I feel like they can, if we gonna drag, we gonna drag. The problem is Heavenly Mouth is vicious, but you can't tell anybody that if I'm throwing shade at you, right,
mhm.
and I throw a palm tree and you come and decide to come back at me with a whole national forest,
Talk
that's my
about it.
problem. I need to either step my mouth game up or I need to let it go. I don't, if we gonna drag, we gonna drag. But my main issue is, I have a problem with it is, one, you don't get with people who already don't like me. Toya and Heavenly ain't never seen it for each other.
Mhm.
Number one. Number two, Simone still mad on some high school petty stuff when her husband came at Heavenly on Twitter about her house needs to be pressure washed, and Heavenly
Facts.
demolished him back on Twitter. On top of, she was mad because she thought Heavenly was stealing her best friend. That's some high school stuff for some women that's in their 40s or 50s or however old they are.
Always
And
proud.
I'm not trying to age shame. I'm just saying, at the age and what they are, we should not be having battling over our friends, having other friends. So now I don't like you. We too old for that. I'm 38. We too old for that.
You young, but
We
hold on,
we
Nola. Hold on,
we
Nola,
should know
because they
better.
love they loving you. They loving you. But hold on, guys. I don't know who's trying to talk. They loving you. Her channel is, you see, they can't see your name because you only came up on audio. is Nola Reads. Okay, Nola Reads. So
Yeah,
check
it's
out Nola.
And she will read you,
READ
baby.
with four
And
Z's
Like
at
believe me,
the
R
she
end.
will
E A
Wait,
read you.
D
hold on,
S.
guys. Hold on. Go ahead, Nola. I'm sorry.
It's
Is it like
READ with four Z's at the end. Read.
Oh shoot.
R?
Okay,
Yes.
so
Wait a
check
minute.
out
But
Say
Nola. But
it
hold
again, Nola, please.
Wait, hold on 1 second, guys. But Nola, I love you, I do. But what we not going to do here, what we not going to do is
Here we
act like
go.
Heavenly is all innocent.
oh
Okay,
no, I'm not
I
saying
love
she
you.
innocent.
No, no,
Listen,
I know I'm messing
I'm
with you. I love
I'm gonna
you.
be honest.
I I
I'm
love
from
you.
New.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I love you. I love the Don. But you know what? Y'all brought us some good points. But at the end of the day, Heavenly is still a hot mess. So give me 1 second, guys. I love you. Toria, do you want to add something? Because they trying to bamboozle us here. Nola and the Don. They're trying to make us feel like Heavenly is not in the wrong. They got all the heavenly angels all riled up, giving them hand claps and everything. Showing them
Uh-uh.
love. Showing them love.
Uh-uh.
Toria, what do you got to say?
We know they ain't friends, but Dr. Heavenly, I'm looking at her as pushing 60, and she is vicious. Her mouth, she don't never know when to shut her mouth up. She ain't got no friends because she don't know how to be a friend. She gonna tell everything and everybody business. She need to talk about what her husband's doing, looking at other women's butt right at your own party that you throwing. Your husband don't care about you.
No,
Lady, you got a vicious, nasty mouth, and you need to stop going on your channel talking about them women like that and telling their business and even adding your own spin on it. She was
thank you,
wrong, point
Toria.
blank. And what was Nola's spelling of her name, her last name? I didn't get it. I couldn't hear it. It was too much reverb.
It's READ and ZZZ. Right? Am I taking that
Four
right?
Z's.
For
Something.
Z. But Nola, do me a favor. I don't know if you know I'm technically challenged here, but maybe throw the link to your channel in the chat. Okay? Maybe
Yeah,
do
just
that.
type it in
Okay?
the chat and we can see
Yeah,
it. She
type
can
it
just
in the
type her
chat.
name in the chat and
There
we can
you
post it.
go. Thank you, Headstrong.
I
There
don't
you
know,
go. That's
and I
Nola,
guess people.
guys. That's
I,
Nola, guys. Okay,
that's
check
it
her out.
right there.
Check out her
That's it.
channel. Okay, Sebastian. I know you a Heavenly fan, and I already know how you feel. I'm gonna throw the next topic in here, so we can move this along, and then we'll all chime in. Okay, so we get to Anila's house, right? And unfortunately, she's having a mental breakdown because she can't handle life without Miss Gomez, right? And I was thinking to myself, you know what? Miss Gomez, and could this be why they stepped it up at that Halloween party? Because they need to actually hire another nanny, and they're probably actually going to have to really pay the nanny. I think, and this is just me guessing, that Miss Gomez was probably overworked and underpaid. And
Mm-hmm.
so now they like, we got to find somebody else because she's having a breakdown. She's like, I got to cook, I got to clean, I got to feed these kids, I got to blog. She's doing regular stuff that everyday mothers do all the time, and she just can't handle it. And
She ain't never take care of them children, Diva. You know she ain't never take care of them children. Miss Gomez, she put everything off on that lady, and I don't blame that lady for leaving her. That woman need to go on and take care of her own children. And did you see she wasn't even making them no meal or nothing? I don't know what she was putting in them
don't
bowls.
talk about her food. They eating now because I'm a little
And
challenged sometimes too. But as long as you eat, we good. We
I
good. As long as
I
they
thought,
ate now.
but you know that baby wants his pinto beans. She
He
could
was-
have put a pot of them on the night before. And and you
Let me
know,
tell you something. Wait, hold on
I
one
thought
second,
she was
Toria.
gonna call Miss Gomez. I really did. I said, watch her call Miss Gomez to get her to talk to the children. But she called her mama, and then her mama get ready to come there, so her mama be watching the kids. That woman don't know how to be no mother. I'm sorry, she don't. It's too much for her because she wants to spend time on her blog and putting her stuff on she get in the mail and take pictures of it.
Yup.
Sebastian, go ahead. Anila, and life without Miss Gomez. How do you think she handled it?
She's handling it horribly. Okay. She needs to contact the British American Staffing Society. That's what she needs to contact. She needs to contact them so she could get in line with a good nanny because these kids have never, she never raised these kids. It was the nanny raising them from birth to up. She really is
Exactly,
sweet.
Sebastian.
And she
Wait,
Exactly.
hold on, wait, Sebastian, hold on. SD said Miss Gomez changed her number.
Yeah, she need to call one of them British nannies. They'll get them children in check.
Miss Gomez changed her number. Okay. All right. Nola, how is Anila handling life without Miss Gomez?
Listen, I don't feel sorry for Anila, and to be honest, that storyline is really pissing me off. Okay, not only do I have a channel, but I also have a job that I work with three children that I'm taking care of, and I'm a single parent. Ma'am, if you don't do what you're supposed to do and take care of your children, lunches are easy to pack. Put their chips in their fruit in their night in their lunchbox before you go to sleep at night. Make them a sandwich or whatever. Put them a Lunchable in there in the morning while they do your blogs. After you drop them off, you have several hours to do them. When you pick them up, go over them spelling words while you chopping up onions and putting your season or whatever you doing when you cooking your dinner. That's when you give them. They read their sight words to do, and you be calling them out to them while you chopping up your seasoning. Then while your food in the pot marinating, that's when you go check over the math homework and make sure that the math is mathing and she's showing her work and doing what she's supposed to damn do. And if it's sloppy, that's when you tell her erase it and do it over, because we don't turn in no sloppy homework. Ma'am, stop. It's women out here doing it by themselves, living in the projects and way worse than what the hell you living at. And you crying because Miss Gomez gone. Miss Gomez peeled out
raising
that
her kids.
driveway like a woman who was tired. Miss Gomez ain't even try to show no sympathy or nothing to them children. She's sick of them. She's sick
All
of them.
right,
And it's
Nola.
an
I
insult.
agree
Wait,
It's
with
an
you,
hold on,
insult
Nola.
hold
to
on,
mothers
hold on, hold
everywhere
on,
who
so I can
doing
hear
way
from
more.
everybody. So Don, how is Anila handling life without Miss Gomez?
Well, this is where I have to give Toya some props here. Toya is a
Oh
stay-at-home
God.
mom, and she does take care of her kids alone, allegedly. Um, but you know, she's not bringing any other income in the house other than Married to Medicine. Um, Anila, or however you say her name, um, you know, the way she looked like she was about to have a panic attack, she's gonna have to call somebody because she was suffering raising her kids by herself, you know. But at least she's trying to bring some money into the house. Um, but I don't feel sorry for her, not one bit, because Reed said, there's millions of mothers out here doing it alone and got more kids and handling more. So she don't get no props for cooking one meal.
And not the pinto beans. Roya, how is Anila handling life without Miss Gomez?
First of all, shout out to Nola, honey. You doing it, girl. And she need to be contacting you. Look, I'm gonna send Anila your YouTube page, and maybe you can do some tutorials on how to help Anila because she needs some help. I don't know whether to be shocked because you grown and don't know how to raise children, or if I just don't know. And it's going to be hard for her to find help because I don't want to call her son bad, but you see how just mischievous he is. He wants to do what he wants to do on his time when he wants to do it. Sis can't wash clothes. How you don't know how to wash no clothes, girl? What you mean? Can you put the colors in together, girl? How we grown and don't know how to wash no clothes? And like her mama was saying, they weren't. She wasn't rich growing up, so it wasn't like, in their culture they kind of turn everything over to their daughter. They teach as they go down. And so it's just funny to me that she doesn't have life skills that you should have as a parent. So we need to be sending up prayers that Miss Gomez maybe can come back and maybe give her some lessons. Maybe she could, you know what? Miss Gomez needs to start a school for moms who are clueless, and she could teach
No,
them and
Miss
send them on
Gomez.
their way.
No, no. You know what we want Miss Gomez to do? Start her pinto bean business, because anytime
Yes.
a kid is asking for beans, like somebody said, Miss Gomez must made a mean pot of beans, because
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard no kid want some beans. Okay, so Miss Gomez needs to cook. Lisa, I'm trying to bring you back up, but you got to turn off because you have it playing in the background, and every time I bring you up, I hear it. So we got to get to what are we going to get to here? Are
Can
we
I
going to
say
get
one
to?
more thing before
Yes,
we
of
move
course.
on? And Anila, you a blogger, baby, and you have a platform. You should have took this opportunity to learn from Miss Gomez. That way, when she was leaving you, you could have now made this a part of your blog repertoire and monetized it for mamas all around the world. Have an outlet and talk about, oh, it's a stressful day. That could have been something else you added to your repertoire instead of complaining. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, people probably would have been sending you clothes instead of facial products for your kids and things like that, school supplies or whatever.
Well, she almost lost it because that bear peed on her. I'm like, girl, that's part of life and parenthood. That
That's
situation
nothing.
was a mess. It was a mess.
That's
But
nothing.
Mom
I
Gomez
forgot about
Bizarre,
that diva. I laughed so hard when that
I
little boy
laughed so
peed
hard
on her.
too.
I said, "Oh my goodness! You mean to tell me none? She never changed his diaper when he was a baby and didn't get peed on? Because most mothers that have sons, you're gonna get peed on when you change that diaper once in a while."
He is 6 though. She should have told him to hold it down while he was, doing his other stuff. So she messed up. But we know Anila needs help and they need another nanny. It's
He's
Gomez
not
Bizarre
six,
because
diva. The
he
little
how
girl's six.
oh,
He's
that's right, he's
4, I
not.
think.
He's 4,
Yeah,
but he's
he's
still big
yeah,
enough where she could have told him, hold it down, Poopo. Miss
yeah.
Gomez resigned because she was overworked. I agree. The son is so sure mama cannot make pinto beans. Those two so messy. They must leave Dr. Eugene alone. Toya is taking care and investing in those kids. Okay. So yes, Miss Gomez is done. She's not coming back. And Miss Gomez said it out her own mouth. I'm good. Bye. And no, you can there's nothing you can do. You can't offer me anything. I'm out of here, right? So let's talk about this Halloween party. Okay. The Halloween party.
Mm-mm.
And listen, Simone also she told Dr. Eugene that Anila and her husband were being shady, but Simone was being shady because she said the last time we had a Halloween party was at Toya and Eugene's rented house. Okay. So Simone kills me. All of them they do, I will say that all of them do talk about each other, right? So we're at this Halloween party that Simone and Cecil throws. Simone was an old rich bee. Dr. Heavenly and Daddy was, what was they? The Pharaohs. Oh, look at you. And you know what? Before
Cleopatra.
I get to this Halloween party, I forgot the scene where Daddy talked to Dr. Heavenly. Okay. And listen, Daddy is her sounding board. Daddy, when he speaks, he makes sense. Daddy told her, listen, you can't be in these streets talking about these people and think that the outcome is going to go well. Now, Dr. Heavenly shed some tears in that room. Mods, can you get those bots out, please? Delete those comments. So she said, when Dr. Heavenly, he was like, you can't do this to people. You cannot talk about them and expect a good outcome. And she said how her and Dr. Contessa, she really felt like they was really good friends. And listen, was my eyes deceiving me? I felt like Dr. Contessa and Dr. Heavenly had the same exact bedroom set. Their rooms looked the same. If you missed that, go back and check it out. I was like, okay, did these two go shopping together? Because their bedrooms looked exactly the same exact furniture. But
They
go ahead.
did.
They
You're
did,
right.
right?
They were the same. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I said, so yeah, these two probably were very close. Yeah, they were close. They fell out, but I'm going to fall out with you if you on your YouTube channel. I don't care if 10 people subscribe to your channel. You don't go on your channel as my friend and talk about me. Even if we talk about on the show, that's what we do. We get paid. We go to the confessional. Then we have the reunion. Then we kiss and make up and we all have dinner together that night. But when you want to go on your channel and act a fool and tell my business, no, I'm going to have problems with you. We done. So now let's get to the Halloween party
Oh,
with
can I just
everybody.
speak on that scene real
Yes,
quick,
you can.
Diva?
Go ahead, speak on
Oh
that
my
scene. I'm
gosh.
just going to run by you. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
y'all know I love my girl Heavenly, but
Mm-hmm.
I am in an appropriate way. I am in love with Dr. Damon. Dr. Damon really gives Heavenly that full spectrum view. I really feel like when Heavenly does things, it's like this literally. She's just seeing this. She's not seeing the full spectrum of what she's actually doing. And
Right.
that was such a great scene. I feel like this season I really wanted to see a more emotional side of Heavenly, and I feel like we got to see it in that scene. I really do feel like that she considers Contessa a really good friend.
Mm-hmm.
And she had the picture on her bedroom mirror, and I do not think that
Conveniently.
was staged.
Conveniently.
I don't think it was staged, but
Mm.
like she said, they went on trips together, and I think it just really confused Heavenly the fact that Contessa was still coming on her YouTube, knowing that she was talking about her husband, and then it was like a flip all of a sudden, like, well, I thought we was good. What was the issue? But I just really loved how Dr. Damon came in and really gave Heavenly the full eye view of what you're doing. And you have to realize when you talk about people, you can't be upset how they were, give back to you. You can't throw a stone and then hide your hand and expect the person not to be mad once they find out that you threw the stone. But we still gonna support Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon. We thank you, Dr. Daddy,
But she
for
hurry
helping
up
our
and
girl
put
out.
her head on his chest, and there was not one tear coming out them eyes. It was just a whole bunch of noise.
You got to go back and watch that because it definitely was some tears to drop
I
from
didn't
Auntie's
see I
eyes.
didn't see no
Well, you
tears
got
because
to
I
go back and
always
hit
like to
replay,
pause
baby.
and rewind and walk up to my TV screen, even though it's like 70 inches. But I like to walk up there and see, do I see a tear? And it's in
It was
HD,
tears.
and I
It
didn't
was
see
tears.
no tears coming out her eyes.
Can I say
Please
Um,
go
something?
back and watch it, my
Sebastian,
lovely.
Sebastian, what was with this Dr. Heavenly and Daddy scene?
It was a great scene. The thing is, they're able to make their marriage work because the fact that they both submit to each other. They compromise and submit to each other, which is why their marriage works, unlike the one that we have with Eugene and Toya and
Mm, mm, mm.
Contessa and whatever his name is, I forgot. I just know you're a cheater. That's it.
Scott.
Um, allegedly, yes, Scott and Cecil and Simone. They're the ones who should be writing a book on marriage.
Oh,
That should be
okay.
marriage.
Nola, what about Dr. Heavenly and Daddy?
Child, while I enjoyed seeing the scene, I'ma just be real. Dr. Daddy, do not be for heavenly foolishness, okay? And I'm pretty sure he had some extra words from her where them cameras was gone. The difference is those other people, not just Toya and Eugene, not just Contessa and Scott. You know what I'm saying? Jackie do it too in her, nice nasty way with Curtis, and so did Simone and Cecil. The thing is, they don't bring the arguments. You can't tell me them people been together all them years and they ain't had some knockdown drags out. It's just unrealistic. But she not gonna do it on TV, and he's not gonna do it on TV either. And that makes it a difference. But yeah, I mean, I appreciated him telling her the truth about what she was doing because she need to stop. You know what I'm saying? To the point of you dragging your friends. But child, y'all know he cussed her out when them cameras was gone and told her he tired of her and that foolishness. Y'all know he did. Y'all know
the
he did.
Don, the Don,
I
I'm
hope
coming to
he
you. But
did.
you know what though? That picture in her bedroom that she shares with her husband of Dr. Contessa just happened to be there with shenanigans, nonsense, foolery. Get out of
That was
here.
like the
Whatever.
10th. That was
The
like the
Don,
10th or 12th take to get that scene right, Diva.
come on. Don,
Well,
what do you want to say about this Dr. Daddy
Stage.
and Heavenly scene?
well, I think Dr. Damon and Heavenly have a good balance in their marriage. I think Dr. Damon is the calm to Dr. Heavenly's tornado,
Yes.
and I think that that's why they bounce off of each other well. Um, but I think Dr. Heavenly did say that they had a big argument later on in the season, and we'll get to see that, and we'll get to see how they resolved it. Now that's the difference between a mature marriage and those crazy marriages that we see on that show now. But I genuinely think that scene was sincere. And Dr. Heavenly did say that uh, Contessa doesn't want to bring too much out um, when when talking about Dr. Damon, as she did in front of millions of people on Watch What Happens Live. Remember that from Sunday
Yeah,
night?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because
Uh,
Dr. Heavenly knows where all the bodies are when it comes to Contessa.
mm-hmm.
So so
And
I
see,
think they are genuine friends.
they are they no they were genuine friends. Because here's the thing, right? When you're really truly someone's friend, no matter how bad you'll fall out, you don't ever, and I mean never tell their secrets. I don't care if y'all go so low down in the gutter. If you're truly their friend, you like, you know what? They pissing me off right now, but I'm still not going to go there. Because you will never recover when you got a friend and they told you some deep dark secrets and you want to call yourself letting those secrets be known when y'all having a fallout, y'all will never recover from that, like ever. So I think, Dr. Heavenly, she likes to speak mess and then throws it off like I was just joking. But then she doesn't like when the jokes are turned on her because she's like, if you speak on daddy, then I'm letting all heck break loose. And she's saying, Dr. Contessa knows I know her dirt. But my thing is, yeah, you know her dirt because y'all were truly friends. And I would never, just if I call somebody my friend, I ain't never going that low. Now I will even call them and tell them so they can knock it the heck off. Like, don't go there, don't do that. But I would never tell my friends secrets. That's what I wouldn't do. So that's why I say Dr. Heavenly is a little full of it, if you ask me. But all your heavenly angels, I'm glad you're here. I'm
No,
glad
I
you're
think I
here.
think I think Dr. Contessa is gonna try some stuff at the reunion. So is
Can
Toya.
I
She gonna try some stuff at the reunion, and it's gonna be on. So when you go low, Dr. Heavenly gonna go lower.
Okay.
something? Can I say something?
It is going to be messy. Let's bring up this Halloween party.
Can I
What
say
I
something real quick?
Of course you can.
Okay. Since we like to talk about heavenly angels and everything, we
Wait,
like to,
hold on one second, Sebastian. Lisa, you gotta. I think you cut it off. I think you might have because you was giving a lot of feedback. Okay, I think you're good now. Okay, go ahead, Sebastian. Go ahead.
since we like to talk about heavenly angels and everything and Contessa
Yes.
demons, okay, so let's do a poll. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a heavenly angel. Put a 2 in the chat if you're a Contessa demon. That's it.
Oh, Contessa demon. Oh, you dirty, Sebastian. You are dirty. You are dirty. I'm sitting here waiting. I'm like, okay, what's he going to say here? You are dirty. That was so dirty. Thank you, the Doctor of Love. We on Team Contessa, okay? Stop it. Oh, we got a
There go
lot
my
of heavenly
ones. There
angels
go my
out here.
ones.
We got a lot of heavenly angels out there. Whatever, y'all.
Yes, mama.
Well,
Canelo, you such a flip flopper. Now you just said the other week you was with Dr. Heavenly. Now you with Contessa. I need you to pick which
Exactly.
one you gonna be, sir.
No, he is. He's speaking.
Ain't nobody with no heavenly. We is with Contessa all the way, baby doll. I don't know why y'all getting up on him, baby. I'm gonna say something, and I'm with my girl. I'm gonna say I love Dr. Damon because I believe, baby doll, Dr. Damon's not with heavenly bull, okay? And I would have do. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you be dragged, baby. Don't me come in. Don't me like Nola had said. I don't eat shit, okay? I love my sugar, but you're not gonna make me think shit is sugar, okay? I can't stand it. I really can't, okay? Ain't nobody gonna make me think that Dr. Heavenly Dr. Heavenly and Damon had a good marriage. I believe all of them on there have good marriages, and all of them went through the ups and downs and everything. But if you're gonna bring it out everybody else, bring your stuff out too, okay? And not only the bad, not only the good stuff.
There go
We
my
got the bad
Heavenly.
stuff too. Just one time, I like when Simone and Cecil did that because that happen every day in everyday marriages. Everybody go through the ups and downs of marriage. That's it's called life.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to
Okay.
this Halloween party. This Halloween party was a whole hot mess. Everybody came dressed up. The costumes were okay. Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Daddy were what, Pharaoh buddies or something like that. Simone and Eugene, I don't know what they were really doing, and they was the host of the party. Messy, Toya and Dr. Eugene, they really played themselves by being Jay-Z and Beyonce. they played
That was a hot mess.
It was a
played
hot mess, but
themselves.
it was
Comedy
a good
at its
costume.
best.
Yes.
Comedy at its
It was
And
a
then
good
best.
comedy
costume.
at its best.
Okay.
And they're gonna talk about because they a power couple and they billionaires. I'm like, am I hearing this correctly? Like,
As
are
if
they
Toya is
both
out here
delusional?
working or something.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We thought that Toya was the problem, but we now see Dr. Eugene is only not even 2 steps above her, and that's why he keeps letting her move and spend the money. It's not just all her fault. He's part of the shenanigans too. I was like, Jay-Z and Beyonce, because they a power couple, because they billionaires, and she said, because I made $1 million. Okay, y'all. So that was, and then, Quad was there, I think, what was she, Wonder Woman or whoever she was. And then here comes Amelia and Dr. Karen, okay?
The
Um,
best of the night.
and they here for the shenanigans, okay? They here for the jokes. They here for the games. And I really believe every last one of the people there thought it was hilarious, okay?
And it
They
was.
came, they came and they played it all the way down. They got themselves a U-Haul. They rented the U-Haul for the day, 1999. They done put on the moving outfits and had the names on the back, okay? Said and then
Engraved.
called it out. And Eugene this is the first time I seen this side of Eugene. Twinkle said the homeless. Twinkie said the
Oh,
homeless JMB.
Now, I ain't gonna tell you. No, I like that. Thinking you get it. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like
oh my God.
Wait,
Lisa, you
yeah,
know she told that was good.
wait, listen. Fifi, it was hilarious. Cecil
It
is
was.
still laughing. Okay. So
that. Uh-huh.
so here's the thing.
But the
They
look
came
on
there.
Eugene's face,
Yeah, they
baby, the
called
look
them
on
outside.
Eugene's face.
Yeah, they called them outside. Toya was laughing at first, but then Eugene was on fire. He
Ooh.
was pissed. And Dr. Heavenly said in her live, he was shaking. That's how mad he was. He was shaking. He was done. He didn't like it. He felt like the men should stay like they always been, mind their business. But Dr. Heavenly also said that Dr. Eugene, this wasn't shown on the show, Dr. Eugene
We was whispering.
actually DM'd Anila and told her to watch out for Dr. Heavenly, and I
And
forgot who else
quad.
she said, and
Quad.
Quad, right? So Eugene wants to tell people that the men should stay out the business, but he got in the business. So that's why Anila's husband got in the business. And let's do this. Her husband ain't no punk. He ain't back down. He ain't piped down. Because at the act scene, he said, listen, it was funny. He said, I'm
10
sorry if
toes
you got
down.
hurt, but I still thought it was funny. Okay? Listen, let's get into it. Let's talk Halloween. I'm
No,
going to
you
go
ain't
But
be
around
this
the
no,
is
no,
room.
no, no. It wasn't
this
funny
is
to me.
what
I
I
promise
think
you.
though.
Okay, hold on one second, because I want everybody to hear everybody. Go ahead, Toria. What do you got to say about Halloween?
Okay. I didn't know that Eugene did that with the text message. I must have missed that. But
No, he did. It wasn't on the show. Dr. Heavenly
okay.
told it on her live.
Oh, okay. Well,
How you know it's true?
one
Dr.
thing,
Heavenly
yeah,
might be
we
lying.
might not know that's true because she do make up lies. But
She
this
Oh
does.
no no
this
no
is
She
no.
my
does.
thing.
She does.
Let's
But
one
wait,
He
No
hold
no
on,
no
guys.
no.
Hold on, guys. Look, I'm gonna come to
is
y'all. But
is
Toria,
Doctor.
you gotta tell the truth and shame the devil. She does make up lies. We saw
Yep.
that with the whole thing with Quad. You sat at that
Right.
table with Anila and told some mess. And then, but go ahead, Toria, finish up.
Okay, but this was my thing when they got to the axe place and everything, and he finally got there because he was the last one to get there.
Uh-huh.
Um, when Gene told him that he was hurt, this is my thing. If your friend is telling you, I didn't find this funny, that this hurt me, you should give him that respect to say, I'm sorry. Don't double down and still say it's funny. I didn't like that part. I thought that was like real condescending. I'm like, you see, your friend is really bothered by this, something that you never see him act out of character about, and this took him out of character. Apologize, and he would have probably left it alone. He just wanted that respect of an apology, and I think he should have got that.
So let me add this, and then I'm gonna move to Sebastian. Thank you, Toria. He also said, "Listen, you, Dr. Eugene said everybody moves," and then they was like 4 times so in a year.
Being shady, being
Ain't
messy.
nobody damn business that moved 4 times in a damn year.
Wait, Lisa,
Shit.
I'm gonna come to you. Wait, Lisa, I'm gonna come to you. Sebastian, what's up with this Halloween party? And listen, MVP for this particular episode is Anila and her husband, hands down, hands down. It wasn't
Oh
four
yeah,
times
yeah,
in a
they
year.
got the
Okay,
MVP for
Keith,
that.
I probably messed it up, but I know they said 4 times within the last 4 years or something like that. They shaded them. Sebastian, what do you have to say about this Halloween party and this whole debacle?
This Halloween party was one of the best Halloween parties I've ever seen on the Bravo network. Okay, the best ones ever since the last time season 2 with the with the heaven with Toya's Halloween party. I think with Lisa Nicole and every one of them. That was the last time I've seen a Halloween party on Married2Medicine. That looked good. This one was great, and Anila and Dr. Kieran, they are good for what they did. I support them 100% in that shady thing. Because the same thing with Nene and Greg when Kim kept on saying that she saw roaches at their house and her daughter saw roaches. They came out. They came as exterminators and a roach. So Anila and Dr. Kieran came as movers and as they should. They
Man, I would have beat that bitch ass.
It's okay.
I'm
Thank you,
sorry.
Keith. Thank you so much for the clarification. No problem. Um, okay, so Nola, what's up with this Halloween party and all of these moves? They just wanted to come with the U-Haul to help them move. And then Dr. Heavenly said this too. She said it was a small U-Haul because the rumor was that none of the furniture in the house was theirs, that they rented all the furniture and towards the end, they ain't have nothing to put in no truck anyway. She shaded them down. She shaded them down. So Nola, what's up?
Listen, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When they pulled up blowing the horn, I was cackling. I was. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we all know Toya and Anila had fell out last year. So they're not even in that place. Let's not act like when Anila invited them to the thing that Toya wasn't down there shading Anila and her party, and that's why they rode the golf cart. Now you won't be mad. You should be mad at production because they highlighted that y'all was passing y'all purchased home from y'all rented home.
Yes, they did. Uh,
In the golf cart. But I mean, when you present a nomad lifestyle, don't be mad when the movers come to get you. You know what I'm saying, baby? They part of Simon Gabadi's the moving company. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I felt like a hit dog was hollering when Eugene was mad. I think Eugene is frustrated with you know what I'm saying?
Misdirected anger.
I think he's I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say he's frustrated with his wife. I think he's frustrated with all the moves. He's a doctor that's coming off of COVID that's been working hours like crazy. I'm not gonna say is that I believe they don't make the money. He makes the money. I'm not sure if the husbands get paid, but let's be real. Toya been doing this long enough that she's definitely making top tier money from those ladies, and they do what 12 to 14 episodes a season plus a reunion. I think maybe the spending is out of control. You might be spending it quicker than you're getting it. But you're getting it so you feel like you could spend it. Um, but I thought it was hilarious.
It was hilarious, but
It
you
was
know what?
hilarious to me. And Toya thought it was funny till her husband came in.
And I ain't mad at her. If your husband mad, then you gotta change
And
your
right,
attitude.
and
You
rightfully
gotta get
so.
mad and you gotta go check a chick, right?
And,
But
and
she did laugh it off at first, but Eugene was on fire, ready to leave the party.
no,
Exit the building to the left, okay? To
but
the
what
left, to the left.
But what I
Okay.
don't understand, because not to jump ahead of the episodes, but we're gonna see the lady come on there if y'all saw in the previews talking about the 7 tax liens that they had. So that's probably why they had to sell that house. Because I don't understand why you would sell your house to rent a house in the same neighborhood that you paying more rent for. That probably was your is more than your mortgage. And you complaining about tennis courts when last year you was saying how you was a tennis wife and you was going down to the tennis courts. I don't understand it. I don't understand why with as much Patron as Toya drink. And don't get me wrong, I'm not calling the lady alcoholic because I love Patron, baby. Patron me with the shots. Patron me with the pineapple juice. Patron splash the pineapple enough for it to look a little bit yellow, so people don't be in my business like that. I don't understand why she haven't reached out to them and got her some kind of contract deal.
She
With
should have, but wait,
you know what you know what I'm
Mel
saying with
said,
them.
yeah, Mel said Eugene gave me Peter from the ATL. Come on, Eugene turned into a whole different person. Can
Come
we
on,
talk? He
Patricia.
was like, "What is funny? What is funny about a person moving?" He said, "Everybody moves. Everybody moves, Eugene, but not
But
as
I don't
much
think it's
as
that
y'all
the
did."
thing that I don't think it's that they moving that's baffling people. I think it's the reasons that they give people behind the moves. It just come off as like y'all lying.
Well, because they are. But the Don, what did you think about this Halloween party? Eugene losing his stuff. He lost his stuff. He lost it. He was like, "This is not funny." And Simone didn't help. She turned to him and said, "Shade." She said, "Shade."
I would like to thank Prophetess Contessa for telling us this seasons ago that Eugene was the definition of a big ass B. Prophetess Contessa told us this. We just didn't listen. But now we got wind of it and we saw for ourselves. Now, why would you get mad at Doctor whatever his name is and Anila pulling up in a U-Haul, making a joke of you all moving when it's your reality? You have
Mhm.
moved 6 or 7 times since you've been on this show. When your wife got on the reunion stage and said her husband has lost weight and his penis has gotten a little bigger. So what's more embarrassing? What's more embarrassing? Them pulling up with a U-Haul truck or your wife telling the world you had small meat and you lost weight and your meat got a little bigger.
Mm-mm.
Or what about the time she threw the biscuit at him?
Right. So, and then last year, we saw it again when Quad was talking to Toya and Eugene jumped in it. And Quad said, "I'm going to get a dress for you." And Eugene said, "Make sure it's an expensive dress."
Bring
So
it,
you
dog.
know what you right. He gets in the business. So what is he
Eugene
talking
gets in
about?
all the women's business all the time. So y'all can miss me with this Heavenly and Dr. Damon crap because Eugene needs a peach. Eugene and Peter needs their own show because they stay in women's
Yeah,
business.
buddy.
He's telling Dr. Aiden or whatever his name is to stay out of women's business, but he's constantly in their business all the time. It's an oxymoron.
Well, you reminded me because I totally forgot. Yeah, Dr. Eugene, he showed his slip, okay, and he showed it right away. He was very emotional. He said, "The man do not get in the lady spats." He said, "You and I never had a problem." And Doctor, what say his name again? To my moderators, please get those bots out, delete them, please, out the chat. He was like I lost my thing because those on bots was there. He was like, "Listen, the men do not get in the ladies' business, okay?" But he showed his slip, and he was still pissed the next day when they went to the accident. And he acted like he was going to come for the doctor, Kay, because I don't want to jack up his name. And you know what he was? You know what he said? He just stood there, yo. Anilda's husband, he's here for the shenanigans. He's gangster.
And Dr. Eugene can't take it.
He can't take it.
He can't take it.
He can't take it.
Neither
He
one of
can't
them like
take
the truth thrown at him or his wife.
it. Right. But Toya was laughing at it.
Yeah,
She
Toya
got
laughed at him.
she did know how to take a joke, but because he was big mad. He was even mad in the confessional. He was like, I don't know what's funny. I don't see this as funny. But we have Erica, you have into the building. Let me add to this
Hey,
conversation. Hey, what's going on with this Halloween party?
I think that Eugene and Toya should have dressed up as Will and Jada because she is driving him crazy. He is stressed out. And I thought it was so funny, but it wasn't, the moving wasn't as funny as the fact that when she hopped out of that van, she looked like the guy off of The Night in the Roxbury. You remember the movie The Night in the Roxbury?
I don't.
Anila looked just like the guy off of Night in the Roxbury. That was more funny to me. But I think Eugene's just super upset. And, I understand because it's really an issue. Clearly, it's something really going on with it. And that's why he was so mad. If y'all was just moving because, like Toya said, her investments and she flipping houses, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it's
Right.
clearly some money situations going on. And that's why he was super hurt and his manhood was challenged. But at the same time, just like um, this guy just said, your wife can say you got little meat and throw biscuits at your face, and you totally fine with that.
Well, how about this? I think his anger was misdirected. I think
Mhm.
he's pissed at Toya. I think he doesn't know how to tell her. According to Dr. Heavenly, she said, that Eugene said, well, I think she said on the show, because now I'm confusing what she said on her show and what she said on the actual show. But she said that, Eugene said that he doesn't, she is his biggest mistake. So it's like you're pissed at your wife, right? Because you're trying to keep up with, I don't even know the Joneses. He's trying to keep up with somebody else. And also, in addition to that, Dr. Heavenly said they do have money. So she said they can be comfortable just buying a home that's within their range, but they seem to not want to do that. So she did say they have money. She said, she told their business. She said together, I think she said they make over $1 million a year. So with that being said, they can get a nice house, but Toya lives in La La Land in her head. She wants 20,000 square feet. Come on, some celebrities don't even live like that. Are you crazy?
Exactly.
Are you
Because
crazy?
then you can make collectively $1 million a year, but then you got to think about the upkeep. The upkeep of the home, the taxes on a $2 million house can run you upwards of $20,000. Like you got to think about all the upkeep on the house. Your kids are in private school. You're accustomed to a certain type of lifestyle. Toya is just living outside her means, and she's working this man into the grave,
Right,
and
she
he's
is.
stressed.
She really is. And that's who he's pissed at. But the best he can do is take it out, on his friend because you want to come with the movers. Stop it. It was a funny joke. And actually, all the
It
guys,
was never
except
funny. I don't know
Cecil
why
said,
y'all
I
think
thought it
that's
was
funny, but
hilarious. Cecil said,
it
I thought
ain't
it was
funny.
hilarious. I think even Jackie's husband thought it was funny. So everybody thought it was funny. And they just said, so the only thing that Dr. Jackie husband said is that, if y'all was in a better space, he said it probably would have been funny to you. But I guess since you wasn't, that's made a bad curve. You're in the building. I want to get to you. What would you like to say about your girl? Hi, Curbs. Hi,
Hi.
Heavenly Angel. Hi, Heavenly Angel.
Yeah,
What would you like to say?
I would love to say that first off, Heavenly looked great, even though that was technically the same outfit that Dr. Contessa wore to the freaking pool party. That was almost the same freaking outfit, but she wore it better, I think, because it was appropriate. And then, as far as the movers truck, I was crying, laughing. Who would have known that Kieran had a freaking sense of humor like that?
Yep.
And that Anila would spend extra to get it personalized on their. She's like, they've spent extra to get their names on it. And that was the exact same kind of shade that Toya would have threw if she wasn't in a bad situation. It
Right.
was hilarious. I think the only people that didn't find it funny were the people with no sense of humor because I was crying.
I
Oh
guess he
my
ain't got no
gosh.
sense of humor.
Crying. And they're right. Jackie's husband did say that part about how maybe if the wives were in a better place, you wouldn't be taking it so bad. But that speaks volumes about what they know about that relationship, because it kind of feels like whoever's Toya's mad at, Eugene has to be mad at. You see what I'm saying? Because why does their beef have anything to do with what he can think Kiernan is doing is funny? Because that was funny, you
It
know?
was funny. It
It was
was
funny.
hilarious.
And then
It
he
was
did not look
hilarious.
like Jay-Z. He looked more like that guy from The Roots that's with the Fallon show.
Yes, yes,
That's
I know
who he
what you're
looked
saying.
like
Yes.
to me. Yeah.
They would definitely, somebody said it earlier, the broke Jay-Z and B, and I don't think they were ever broke, but they definitely, I mean, and she was not giving me B. She just had on an Adidas sweatsuit with shorts. I was like, for real, are you serious right now? But okay, they tried it. Smoke, you're in the building. What's going on?
Hey, all good evening. I'm shopping in the supermarket, so if you hear anything in the background, that's just the people around me. But oh, this episode was messy, messy, messy boots. I was here for it all. I was here for Quad cursing out Simone and they making up, but that party, who Jay Z and Eugene were like the bootleg version of Beyonce and Jay Z, or the Dollar Tree version, because I was just looking like I didn't get it. I thought he was the Weekend at first.
Ah, you see,
To be honest.
Simone didn't get it. She was
Y'all
like, who
so
are
shady.
y'all? Go ahead, go ahead.
And then when they came with that U-Haul truck, I was like, that was the funniest stuff I have seen in a long time on Married to Medicine, because it's true. Eugene
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Toya's storyline is they always moving or they're always renting. And it's kind of just looking like, did y'all not learn from the first time the IRS got on y'all behinds and was about ready to take everything, and Quad had to come with the ramen noodles? Like, stop it. Like, stop living above your means. Like, it's okay to live where you are comfortable. But honestly, I see Toya driving Eugene to an early grave.
That,
Yeah.
that's scary, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's very scary. All jokes aside, I really think it is, but she is like oblivious to it though.
mm,
She's really like in La La Land. He's like, oh, he's crying out to her that last scene at the table, and she's talking about that's why I'm into self-care. Girl, your husband is about to pass out here. Are you serious? He's
yeah.
telling you he's burnt out. He's picking up extra hours at the hospital to make up for this director's pay that he's no longer getting. I mean, what? And now he lashes out over a joke. When are you not going to realize that your husband needs you to wake up and maybe go live in a regular home? And then this is something else that Dr. Heavenly said on her live. Again, she's just making a valid point. She said, Toy, I think, is 45. Eugene is like 42. And you're going to take out a 30-year mortgage on some like $2 to $3 million home for what? The
Mm-hmm.
man will never stop working.
Mm-hmm.
Never, like ever. Go ahead, Lisa. What would you like to add to this situation?
Man,
To
I
the
didn't think it
Halloween
was funny.
party?
I'm sorry. No, no, I didn't think it was funny at all. I guess I ain't got no sense of humor. Cause if I was Toya, baby, I would have pulled that bitch. Baby, I would be in handcuffs. Don't mess with me like that. Don't come for me like that, baby doll. You want to talk about everything else? Baby doll. Don't come for me like that. And I don't blame Eugene. I don't like blame. I really don't blame Eugene for being mad. Look, don't come for me like that. Okay, me and you ain't had no beef. Man, you ain't got no beef like that. And I can't wait till Eugene tell me next week, because somebody gonna get hit with an axe next week. And if this son come, the white man gonna say, we don't hit people with axes up in here. And I hope Eugene can take that hack and split his head wide open. Okay. Don't play with me like that, because baby, you end up getting hurt. Okay. Do not come for me like that. Okay. I don't give a care how much me and my wife move. We are like what Dr. Simone said. This is America. We can move anytime we feel like moving. Okay, it ain't none of your dumb bills in my bank account neither. I ain't asked damn one y'all to pay damn one of my damn bills. Okay, so why the hell you coming for me for? Yeah, you didn't want to pay for that makeup artist. You didn't want to pay for that wine last year. That Lisa you
Oh,
put it on Lisa Cloud. You know that wine. You remember all that wine they had about
yeah, that's true.
last season. And she didn't want to pay for it. The white girl ended up paying for it because Lisa Cloud wasn't. She told that
Comparing.
manager,
Yeah,
"You need
yeah,
to
I
call the
remember
police."
Yeah,
So
that.
I
what
forgot
they
about that.
But didn't Toya make a big deal about that? Didn't
Yeah.
Toya make a big
She
deal
sure
about that
did.
in front
She
of
sure did.
everybody?
She
Huge.
sure did.
She made
And
a
my
big
thing
deal
is,
about that. So why
and my
Nilla couldn't make a big deal about her
mhm,
moving?
Yeah.
exactly.
What's
And
good for
my
one
thing
man
Oh,
can't
is,
go
if
like
it's
that, baby.
Lisa.
I'm
and
sorry.
So,
my
It don't go
thing,
Lisa,
like
what
that.
you gotta
You
say
can
about
say, no,
that?
no, 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 me, no, no, me, because like I said, you don't come play with me like that. I mean, you don't come play with me like that. Now
Well,
you was going,
you don't play
why
with
you
me
pay, why
about
you
my
pay
money,
makeup off?
and I won't play with you about your moving. How about that? Don't play with
But
me
But
now,
about
that's
I
why
ain't
she
paying
ain't
my
pay the
bills,
bill.
and I ain't
but
playing with you about you renting
She
your
ain't paying her
houses.
bill. She ain't paid the bill. Then this you don't see Latoya not paying their bill. They may be on tax liens. They might not be paying their
Latoya,
but
taxes,
they ain't
but
paying
they
no. They
paying some
renting
bills around or
houses.
somewhere. Okay,
But Lisa,
especially
here's the thing
makeup
though.
artists.
Hold on, Lisa. Go ahead, Smoke. Wait, hold on. Lovely, thank you so much for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. Either they're grifters or they're house flippers. Child, let me tell you something. Let me tell you
That was
something.
Latoya had said. I believe that was going on. I really do. She
people don't
probably
be
You
did some house
people
you
people
flipping.
think
don't
no,
flip their
hold on,
dream
Lisa.
house.
Lisa, hold on, and then I'm gonna let Smoke go. But hold on, Lisa. So you tell everybody you moving into your dream house. You building a 2-story closet, and that was you what you was planning to flip. I'm not buying that. But go ahead, Smoke. You go ahead.
But
What
that
would you
she
like to
said.
say?
But my thing is, Toya does the same thing she did to Anila last season by coming for the friend of the show, Audra, and Audra is a real estate attorney. So she can pull up the actual receipts about what's going on with Toya and Eugene's finances. And apparently, I think either Dr. Heavenly or someone said they like Toya gets in face, like they come to blows because basically Audra airs her out about her money issues that she's been trying to like hide from the group.
Yeah, you know what though?
That's
She thinks
see,
she's hiding this Smoke.
that's what I'm talking about. See,
Okay, go
look,
ahead,
that's what I'm
Lisa.
talking about.
Lisa's passionate. Go
That's
ahead.
what I'm talking
Go ahead,
about. See,
Lisa.
people looking up people's stuff. Why you looking up my stuff for? Let me look up your
Because
stuff.
Toya
Cause see, that's
started
what
it.
I did.
Toya don't
Cause
know
she
how to
did
keep
out
her
with
damn
Toy,
mouth
and
shut.
out with Toy, I put all that stuff up. Come on, let's talk about it. Then you want to come for me and my husband? I'm coming for you. I'm coming for all of y'all. Okay? Cause I'm coming for everybody. Okay? So
But
that's what
Lisa,
you want to do, and I don't
But
blame you
Toya
for
comes with
not play with me like
accusations.
that.
People
Cause
come with
I
receipts. There's a
promise you,
difference.
I would have snatched a leader. I would have snatched her. I wouldn't be laughing. I wouldn't been laughing. They ain't on my play talk.
So
Baby,
Lisa, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. When Toya said on the first reunion that Quad was dating a drug dealer, or when she pulled up the receipts when Quad got arrested and her husband got arrested, or when she said who would go to a wedding when both of y'all, when your husband canceled the wedding and sent a mass text message out, you're playing with somebody's husband, right?
Well,
but she said it
well.
though. But Quad said they said it though. She did used to
But
go to drug
Toya was
dealers.
playing with somebody's husband, right? By your logic,
She wasn't playing with
by
nobody
your
but
logic,
husband.
Toya said who would marry somebody like that? That's what she
Exactly.
said.
Ain't
I
nobody
think
Toy,
thinking
that
about
you
Toya
listen.
and
Toya
Look at
Karen
what
said
I'm
who would
trying to
herself
say.
like
Toya
the
said ask
movie.
Quad who would marry somebody like that that would send out a text message saying the wedding was canceled. To,
Exactly.
Toya said that to Quad.
It has been
So
messy
so
for a
now
long
it's
Lisa,
time.
wrong for people to throw stuff
Lisa got quiet. Y'all
and
quiet
what's
her
called
down.
face.
No, 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 no.
It's a double
Still on
standard.
my I'm still on my thing. Okay, you making valid points. You know me. I can. I'm a woman. I'm like Wendy Williams, baby. I'm allowed to change my mind, baby doll. Okay, and he making valid points. But at the same
Okay.
damn time, don't come play with me about this situation right here. Because you know what? Because I would have pulled Anita ass. I ain't nothing like that. Don't come play with me. But see, I don't play with people like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't play with people like that. I will pull
And
it.
Lisa, you
Appreciate
just
you
learned
and
so
that
look,
real
much, Super
fast.
Chat. Thank you so much.
one sec though. I agree with the person in the chat. She talked about quad condo last year while she
Oh,
was
Mm-hmm.
in
yeah,
her
she did.
dream house. She was in her dream house talking about quad condo. And now look, Toya always do it to herself. She give people a reason to rag on her.
But
Every
I'm just
season.
saying something you just need to just leave alone. And the husband got involved. Why the heck you getting involved for? And this one thing
What?
I hate can't stand. This one thing I really can't stand. And I
What?
hate it. And I really did hate it when it happened to Eugene and other men. Okay, don't see him because see number one, I even hate it when Nene did it to Peter. Do not call my man a bitch. Cause see, I would have took to Contessa down then too. Okay,
I would took that bitch down. Don't call my husband, don't call my man, don't do nothing like that, okay? I don't believe nobody, no other woman talking about no other man, talking about no other woman husband. That's not cool to me. That's not funny to me, okay? So, and
Right.
my view is the husband should stay out of it. I don't believe Eugene. I do not believe Eugene text somebody telling them to watch out for Quad and them. I do not believe that at all. I do
I
not believe
believe
none
it.
of them.
Those receipts gonna come out.
Dr. Heavenly said it happened. It happened. She's not a liar.
Oh,
Yes, she
hold
is.
on now,
She a
hold on
damn
now,
lie.
hold on
You
now.
And
a
Diva,
liar.
Diva, wait a
Her,
minute,
She a
Diva.
liar, baby. Don't
Dr.
don't
okay, go
Heavenly
listen to
did
ahead.
not
that.
lie at that
She is
brunch
a
with
liar.
Anila.
She is
She
a
did not
liar,
lie at
baby.
the brunch.
Okay.
She said it was a rumor out.
Because Diva, can I speak, please?
Dr. Heavenly full of crap. She said in quiet
That's what I'm
face
talking
and
about. She's
lied
full of crap.
straight
I
to
don't
her.
watch her show because I don't like her on the show. I never did like her the first time she came on the show. I don't think I like about it is her kids and her darn husband. Okay, they make her look. I like them because he put her ass in her place. Okay, he do. He put her ass in her
So,
place
so
all the damn
right.
time.
Let me just say this, Lisa, because we got to get this clear, right? We know the heavenly angels are here, and that's cool. We love everybody. We welcome everybody. But hold on, 2.2 seconds. 2.2 seconds. When
Amber,
Dr. Heavenly wants to go to lunch with Anila and tell her about a rumor, a this, that, and the other, but then you
nobody
walk
wants to
up
be
to
Amber.
Quad and you want to tell Quad, I don't believe you sleep with married men. I was wrong. It was a jokey joke. It was a jokey joke. And you make up with her. Dr. Heavenly is full of it. There's a thin line when you want to tell a joke. It should be funny to everybody. It's not funny that you're telling me that I'm going to sleeping around with married men. That could get people hurt in these streets.
Well,
That's not
you
a joke.
remember
My
when she
taboo
said
straight
they
up.
deleted the lady's name out of the show when she
Yes,
said
they
who
did.
said it. They
Yes,
Well,
they
deleted the
did.
lady's name
I
out the show.
agree.
Who started the rumor?
Right.
I
But
was
They
she,
deleted
but
because Anila said,
it was
I
just a
don't know
rumor,
her.
though. But she acknowledged it was just a rumor, though. So how is that?
How is
She
that a lie? She
started
didn't
the
lie.
conversation by
that's
saying,
what
"I heard it's in the
her
streets."
just
The
wrong.
same thing that other people say, and it's not right, but she does it. But she doesn't lie. She starts it by saying that she heard it. It's in the streets. It's a rumor from XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So where is
But
the?
that's supposed
I
to be your
understand the harm.
friend, though. That's supposed to be
I
your friend.
understand
That's
the
supposed to be your
harm, but
friend.
where is the lie?
I ain't gonna
And
stop
if
that
she
woman
did
by my
hear that
friend.
about her friend, I'm sure she said it to her friend
It's
too.
about the approach,
Her
though.
and Quad, her and Quad, I think the scene that we're kind of confused about is that they showed the intervention and then they showed Heavenly talk to Quad later, but we haven't seen that yet. And now we see her lunch with Anila. So in our minds, she already apologized to Quad, and now she's coming back talking as to Anila. But it hasn't happened yet, people. So
Can we stick to the real
she's
stuff?
still on the
Wait, wait,
timeline.
okay, hold on, everybody. Somebody, wait, hold on, everybody, because Curtis, wait a minute. Are you saying our eyes is lying to us? Because I feel like you're doing a heavenly on
I'm
me.
not
I feel like
saying
you're doing
how
a
it's
heavenly
wrong.
on me.
I'm just saying how the approach.
What do you mean
No,
it
I'm
didn't
saying
happen
that.
yet?
So it all already happened. It all already happened. I'm talking about the sequence of events that we've seen so far being filmed.
Right, right.
The intervention happened. The things that were said were said. And then Heavenly goes outside and talks to Dr. Jackie. But then we also were shown a scene where Heavenly is apologizing to Quad.
Of a moment.
Remember? Do you guys kind of remember that
At the
happening?
Halloween party.
Hmm.
And then now we saw Anila and Heavenly talking at the first part of the episode. So before she apologized to Quad,
Right before the Halloween party. We're
right,
cool, but what are you trying to tell us?
He makes the most money.
and she told Anila that she didn't want to talk about it, that the lady said it was true, but she didn't never say she believed it. She never said she believed it. So when she goes,
Curves, can we chat curves?
yeah,
Curves. When you have an intervention and everybody's pissed at you. And now you meet up with one of the people at the intervention and they tell you, listen, Quad really likes you, but she's pissed because you said that she sleeps with married men.
and
All you had to do was say, you know what? I was wrong for saying that. I don't believe it. the next time I see Quad, I'm going to apologize. But instead, she defends herself. And she goes, well,
Exactly.
listen, it didn't really come from me. This chick said
Yeah.
it. And
So
I just repeated a rumor that I heard. She's messy. Heavenly is wrong. That situation was messed up. So you
that
name
was
Hmm.
the
very
name.
messy. So that was very messy. But she never said she believed it. So when she goes to Quad and says, I don't believe it, then she
But
doesn't believe it.
can I
Yes,
interject?
Not a
When
yes,
lie.
you can.
she
Yes, you can.
when
Go ahead, jump in.
when she was on her YouTube channel, she said that she heard. She was talking about a rumor that Quad was sleeping with married men. She said she heard on a YouTube channel. So if Quad is upset with you about spreading a rumor that you heard, and then there's an intervention about it, and you double down and tell Amelia, yeah, I heard. So we never said that Heavenly had the facts anyway. We are Quad is upset that Heavenly is spreading a rumor. And even after the intervention, she still spreaded the rumor.
Come on, talk to the people. Come
So can
on.
I ask a
Yes, go ahead.
question?
Go ahead.
Can I ask a
Uh-huh.
question? So the standard is spreading a rumor is what we're being upset at.
Because if I'm your friend, if I'm your
I want to be
friend,
clear with that. The
yes, if
standard
I'm
of
your
Married to
friend,
Medicine. Just think of the cast. Think of the cast of Married to Medicine, and the standard of being upset at Dr. Heavenly is spreading a rumor that you heard.
Preach.
yes, it's different type of rumors, right? So if
No,
it's
it
just
ain't no
No,
different
A
type of
rumor is a
rumor.
rumor.
No,
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 let
no,
it
But
no,
pause. Let
King,
it
King,
pause.
here's the
Let
no.
it
thing though.
pause.
It's
No,
the
a
fact
rumor
that
is a rumor.
Heavenly and
It's
Quad
a
are friends.
different
So
type of rumor. Go ahead.
No, ain't
if
no
no,
I'm
different
King,
type of
your
wait,
rumor.
friend,
wait, King,
if
King,
I'm
King,
your
King.
friend, let me defend my little point. If I'm your friend and you spread a rumor that, I don't know, boom. But if you spread a rumor that I'm out here engaging with married men, that's slaughtering my name. That could get somebody
Yes.
seriously hurt. That could
Yes.
get somebody hurt. We're not saying she's spreading a rumor about, oh, well, her bag is this, she didn't pay full price for this. We talking about sleeping with somebody's husband. Why would you talk about me like that? And you
Right.
Well,
supposed to be my
then,
friend.
in that case, then we have to double down on Quad then, because back in season 5, I believe, she was talking about Mariah using drugs. That was a rumor. That was never.
Where's the intervention?
Her and
I
Mariah
know,
wasn't
but
It,
you
friends.
said it
Her
was
and Mariah were
Quad.
beefing. Her and
but
Mariah had
okay,
beef out.
but it's still a rumor. It's still a rumor. If we're gonna double
It
down
wasn't
and
on
talk
no
about
rumor.
people
The only
spreading
person
rumors,
said it was Quad. Only person who
But
said
it
it
was
was
still a
Quad.
rumor.
but it
It
was
was
still a
still a
rumor. It was
rumor.
still a
But
rumor.
jump
It
in
was
real
still a
quick.
rumor.
Quad has
But
every right.
Diva, let me go ahead and just give my little opinion on the Halloween party because I didn't get to go yet, and I
Yes.
don't want to keep
Yes.
you up all night. So first of all, let's just acknowledge how nobody noticed that Toya or Eugene was Beyonce. Nobody noticed it. They had to point out to everybody that they were Beyonce and Jay-Z. Shout out to Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon looking good, Dr. Jackie and Curtis. Um, I think Quad was a part of Anila and her husband's joke because Quad was very quick to call everybody over to the door. Everybody come over. We need the Harrises, please. I feel
Uh-huh.
like she was a part of that, which is why I feel that Dr. Heavenly was telling the truth when she told us that Dr. Eugene DM'd Anila about her and Quad, which is why Quad was ready to get in that ass with Anila. And it was hilarious. It was funny. I mean, sometimes the truth hurts. And when you're the butt of the joke, I mean, yeah, it's going to hurt, but it's the reality of y'all life. Like Karen said, he was making fun, or pretty much making fun of what y'all have done throughout the time. And everybody laughed. Everybody. And like you said, Diva, it's misplaced anger. Just like it's misplaced anger with Contessa and Dr. Heavenly, it's misplaced anger with Eugene and what's his name? Karen. It's misplaced. And I love how Karen is holding his ground. He said he did it and he'll do it again. It was funny. and he gonna be the dullest
And
mother
that's what
up
I
in
would have
there
swung
next
that
time.
axe at his
And
head.
shout out to my
And
girl
I hope
Curves.
Eugene
Thank you
swing
for
my
coming in,
axe at his
co-counsel. I
head.
was waiting on you.
Oh,
But yes,
I'm so glad to be here with co-counsel. Your Honor, I appreciate that you let me out of contempt and allow me to
but come on, Diva.
But
You
we
got
are
to
so
admit
much
that
fun on
was
this night. I don't know what
hilarious.
to
Was it
do.
not
Listen,
hilarious, Diva?
So glad I had my mic
listen,
on mute
we
because I
about
was
to go
hollering.
around. Listen, hold on. I love you guys. We about to go around this room and close this out. But we gotta admit, sometimes we gotta give let the truth be the truth, right? And the truth is, Eugene showed his slip. The truth is, the moving costume was the costume of the night. They
Of the
won.
night.
They won the award. And the other thing is, we never saw Anila husband in this way. He's usually just saying yes to her or no to her or okay to certain things. He showed up in that scene and gave us reality TV. I loved it. And for that, he was the MVP of the night.
Yeah.
And
And
hands
that's why
down,
I hope
Dr.
Eugene take
Eugene,
that axe and swing it at his head.
yeah, and Dr. Eugene, his anger is misplaced. He is pissed, he's angry, he's furious at Toya. He knows it's not normal for people to just be moving and moving and moving and moving and moving. He knows it's not right, but he wants to sit there and play it off like, what's wrong with it? People move, okay? If people move, why were you so pissed? But we're going to go around, close this thing out. And with that being said, I'm going to start with Nola. Talk to me. How do you want to close this out? This scene, this episode of Married to Medicine. It was one of the best. And let me say this: outside of what is it? Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Married to Medicine is coming in second. And if not, they inching up there near being number one. Yes, they are. Married to
Yes.
Medicine. Give it up.
Yes.
Give it up.
It's
So,
been a great season.
Lola, what do you think? How do you want to close this out?
I want to close this out with the word for the season. And y'all remember I said it right here on Diva Channel. Hip-
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
hypocrites.
Oh,
They all hypocrites. They all
oh.
dragged each other. Let's not forget when Qua wasn't sharing her business about her divorce with Dr. Littleman. They was all mad that she wasn't sharing her business with them. So and Dr. Simone so much so she went got them fishbowl shoes with $100 bills in it because she keep it 100 because they was mad they didn't have her business to drag her. They
Mm.
all drag each other. Like I said from the beginning, I do not feel like Heavenly should have reviewed this show, but Hit Dogs gonna holler. Contessa, hypocrite. You said, "Oh my husband is a doctor." Did you think about that before you said that? But did your husband think about that he was a doctor when he was manipulating your children back then when you went to school and continuing to manipulate your children against you this season? Did you remember you was a doctor when you decided to take a low blow at Heavenly and put that $2 Party City wig on your head and had a
Don't
temper
don't
tantrum like a 3-year-old? Did
no,
you remember
Nola,
you was
don't
a
do that with
doctor?
the kids. Don't do that with the kids. So go
That
ahead.
is that is what he's doing though. Like the
Yeah, he did do
first
that. He did
episode
do
this
that.
season,
He did.
you cannot tell me there is no married woman on the face of this earth gonna have a man come to their house. I don't care if it's a plumber. You knew that trainer was there. So why, when you pulled
Mm-hmm.
up with your children, did you incite your children to say, "Who is that man with mommy?" Let's not act like he didn't tell them children he had a girlfriend and this. That is classic manipulation, trying to turn your children against you. Did he remember he was a doctor when he was doing all of that? Hypocrite. Heavenly, hypocrite. I love you, Heavenly, but hypocrite. Because you know when Mariah had that cock walk to the side talking about, oh, she had the receipts on Dr. Daddy. Do I need to pull the receipts live rent free in my head? You was about to have a conniption fit down there because you didn't know when she was gonna pull out of her goddamn purse. Hypocrite. Toya, you drag everybody, and then you get mad when people want to talk about your nomadic lifestyle when that's when you present it to us. Meanwhile, you have a skincare line that I wouldn't have known about until Heavenly said it up on her YouTube channel.
Preach, Nola.
Hypocrites.
Uh,
Hypocrite. That's what I told you. I dragged them all. Dr. Jackie, you want to sit up here and be mad about what Heavenly said about Curtis, but you was down to the confessional talking about Curtis was supposed to love me. Meanwhile spreading Buffy tea down to your event when you a doctor and you know you shouldn't have said nothing about what that lady had going on with her ovaries,
I was
fallopian tubes, and
so
nothing else down to
dead.
the event
uh,
without her permission. So all of y'all do it. Anila, you just pitiful, pathetic, and tired, ma'am. And that's it. That's all I
Wait,
got.
no, hold on now. Nilla is new to the team. What did she do? Now
She
she
can't
can't help
raise.
it that she's
She
having trouble
can't.
that Miss Gomez left.
Let me tell you
Come
what
on.
Anila did. Let me tell you. Strike one with Anila for me. Okay, strike one with Anila for me. You gonna show us the people down to the blessing of your house with the cow pooping on the stuff and don't nobody won't pick it up. I wouldn't have picked it up either, but the cow wouldn't have been in my house. But that's your tradition. Then you gonna have to show us the man praying. Don't introduce me to your culture when you don't know about your culture. Strike one. Talking about you was born in America is just praying mantras. Ma'am, I don't care where you was born. Ain't nobody about to come in my house with a sage, a incense, a prayer, a mantra, or a hum. And I don't know what the hell you conjuring up in my house.
I'm laid
Ain't no
out.
way. Nope, not about to do it. Strike two. You complaining. That's strike 2, 3, 4, 5. Do not pass go. Go directly to jail. Do not collect your $200. You don't know how to take care of your own children and soothe your child when he crying. Put a time out of spanking on the butt or whatever you do up in your household. The book is closed on Anila for me because one thing I can't
I like
stand
that.
is a
Really,
trifling
Noah. I
mother who
like that,
don't know how to
Noah.
take care of their
Noah, you
children.
dropped it, baby.
I told y'all
Mic
I
drop.
am equal opportunity. I drag everybody. Eugene, Beyonce, and
BT.
Jay-Z.
Yes,
No,
honey.
I thought Eugene was the weekend.
A lot
I
of
thought
people did. I didn't know who
I
they
thought it
were.
was the weekend. But you like first of all, in order for you to be Jay-Z and Beyonce and hold yourself up to that standard, Beyonce works. We know what she do. And I'm not saying what Toya do is not important because to run a household, that is stressful and tiresome and a job in its own. But child, maybe
Well,
maybe Stevie J and Mimi, because Mimi did work. And she was a maid who cleaned up houses. So I mean, maybe that's who they could have been. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm equal opportunity. I love them all.
No,
I
you
drag
can't
them
do. I
all.
mean,
And
well,
but remember, y'all
listen,
heard it here
Lola.
first. The word
They
for the
they
season
love
is
you.
hypocrite.
They love you. But let me move on to smoke. Smoke. How do you want to close this out?
I mean, my thing is, and I'm just gonna make a point about the whole why Quad is mad at Heavenly. It's the simple fact that they are friends. So if she puts something out there, it's almost like the federal government giving a stamp of approval on something. So that's why I don't think Heavenly doesn't understand that. And then to actually go back to a point, Dr. Heavenly did ask Mariah like at the reunion that season where she's like, "Oh, I have her." See, she's like, "Well, I would love to see them," and Mariah was like, "Oh no, no, I didn't want to do that." I'm looking like
Mm-hmm.
talked that big game and was ready to air
Mm-hmm.
this woman out, and now she's asking for your information. You ain't got it. Mariah is a liar, liar, pants on fire. Same thing she lied about Quad sleeping with her sister's husband, but then she's gonna be in that same. You're gonna have that same woman in your wedding to your husband. Make that make sense. No one's that forgiving and has that much grace that quickly. So that was a bunch of bullcrap. Dr. Eugene is a big ass bitch, like Contessa said. He earned the title. He's in the business. We might as well just put him in
That's
the
gone
title
too
card
far.
for Married
So
to
why you calling that
Medicine.
man a bitch for? Why you calling that
I'm
man
gonna
a bitch?
say that. Hold on, Lisa. Hold on, Lisa.
Man,
I'm
don't
gonna
do
say
that.
it because that's how he acting. I thought that joke was funny as hell. And if you don't want people to make a joke about you moving all the time, put on your damn pants and take it from your wife and tell her, no, the hell, we are not moving. Go sit your ass in the corner, do your pedicure, sit in the jacuzzi, sweep up the kitchen, or make me some bacon. I don't know what Eugene likes, but that's just what he needs to do. But I do agree with you, Diva. Married to Medicine to me is the top show on Bravo. To be honest, I don't really care too much for the housewives because they just so dainty and don't really go for each other. These women, they go for the juggler every single week, and I feel like, well, everyone except for Simone is pulling their weight, but I'll give her some more time. Simone's the comic relief, so we'll allow that. But I can't wait to join more of these lives, and that's all I got.
Thank you, Smoke. Curves,
Oh,
Heavenly Angel.
well, you know what? I think that overall, it was a really good episode. They gave us something new, something fun, and they finally got off a little drama tip. I feel that the initial conversation between Heavenly and Anila was a continuation of the intervention. And because it was a continuation, it wasn't like she was supposed to all of a sudden stop talking about everything she had got confronted with saying in the intervention. So when she's sitting down talking to Anila, the way I perceived it was the first thing she's saying is that, oh my God, last night was crazy, wasn't it? Can you believe da 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 da? And then Anila's all, oh yeah, and Quad. And so then she's like, well, Quad don't need to be mad at me. She needs to be mad at bleep, you know? And so that's all that was. It wasn't, I don't feel like she was continuing to talk about it. And I am able to understand that, yes, it was still on film, therefore on camera. Therefore, a million more people are like, oh, there's a bleep to go with this shit. You know what I mean? And so now that is a continuation of the rumor. So, yes, Quad could be equally upset more today after she sees something like that. Oh, my goodness. After she sees something like that. So, I hope they can get over this. I hope they've moved past it to date. But all the franchises, all of our reality shows always say that when they have to watch it back, it's like picking a scab. Everybody says that. So if they do have some new funk, some new smoke over these new comments, because now they're airing finally, and that's what she didn't want to happen, then it's understandable. And I hope they can get over it because, like I always say, freaking Married to Medicine is great for giving us the excellence, the entrepreneurship, the freaking family time. They give us, you know, their trips when they go abroad and do philanthropy work and do the medicine stuff. They give us some good parties. The ladies stay kind of dressed, even, you know, they try to dress when they're not in their scrub things, right? I mean, they give us a good content all the way across, steady content. They give us conflict every season for 9 seasons so far. We are fed conflict, entertainment, Black excellence, and then we are always hit with that resolution. And that's one thing I really appreciate about Married to Medicine overall is that every season they seem to be able to get over it. So I'm hoping that even in this fiasco of what we're witnessing, they'll be able to get over it again. And yes, Heavenly can do better. Maybe she shouldn't have talked about it on film. Maybe she should have been like, okay, but you can't talk about it right now. I don't want to get in more trouble. She could have said that, but she didn't say that. So, yes, I understand your points. As far as the thing, it was hecka funny. Pull up on a truck with me. If I move 5 times in a year, go ahead, do it. I'll laugh. I'll laugh. I'll laugh. Toya and Eugene look so not like Beyonce and Jay-Z that when they put a picture up next to them, I'm like, who's in the picture? That's how much they even confused me still. I was like, well, who is that? Because who is they? You know, I
Worst
mean, that
costume of the night.
doesn't help. But
Yeah.
that was good show
Worst
overall.
costume of the night, for
Yeah,
sure.
it was a
Worst costume of the night. Erica, what do you want to say? How you want to close out?
I thought it was a good episode. Love Married to Medicine. I always like their seasons. And then I thought about how Mariah say that Quad slept with her sister's husband or something like that before? So
Mm-hmm.
if Dr. Heavenly know that, she know that's like a touchy subject. It's already been out there once, and now you spreading a different rumor about somebody else's husband. I think Dr. Heavenly, her jokes. I know everybody gets down on everybody, but her stuff can be a little mean spirited, and she know it is. But I just don't think she care. I don't think she really friends with these girls. I felt bad for Contessa last episode, but this episode, when I saw all the over the top crying, I was like, really? Are you really that hurt though? Like, that's a lot of tears. Ania husband, I'm happy he came out this season. I'm happy he came out this episode because I was ready to see some personality from him because I was getting real bored. And I think Ania is super fake, acting like she don't know how to take care of her kids when you did not grow up rich. You know your mammy taught you how to cook and how to clean. She is just fake. And I like Simone. I think she's just funny or whatever. And that's it. It was a good episode though.
Thank you. And the Don, what's up? What are your final words?
I just want to say blame production. That this is what we're gonna do from now on. We're gonna blame production because they're receipts forever now. When everyone wants to call Heavenly a hypocrite or call Heavenly out, blame production. Because that's all we got to do is go back and look at when the rest of the women were talking about the other women, and now they're best friends, carpet munchers. So let's blame production. Let's blame production when Toya called Lisa Nicole husband gay.
Mm.
Yeah, they true.
Let's blame production when Toya, lied on Contessa when she said her surgery wasn't real. Let's blame production when Toya went and spreaded a rumor about Mariah's daughter. Let's blame
Mm.
let's blame production when Quad said that Quad said all the stuff she said about Mariah not having executive rights on the show. Come to find out she does. Let's blame production. We can't just look at Heavenly and what Heavenly says. We got to look at everybody across the board. There's something, we keep talking about Twitter. People live tweet. Toya has more subscribers on her live tweet on her Twitter than Heavenly does on her YouTube. So, you know, we got to be real with the facts here. If you're going to drag, let's drag. Ain't nobody going to, if we fighting, if you go low, I'm going lower.
Mm.
And that's exactly what Heavenly does.
But who she fighting with? Contessa?
Right now, but she's still holding Contessa. Heavenly still love Contessa. Heavenly don't care about Toya at all, and she barely hanging on to Simone on the strength of Jackie.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So
listen, tonight message is blame production.
blame production
Blame
because
production.
everything we can pull up, we can
And
pull
let me
up.
tell you, when
So
I'm walking around in my regular life and I say something sideways and somebody just think I'm wrong, blame production.
Blame
blame
production.
production, honey. Blame production.
When
Listen.
when Eugene
When I,
lies and get mad at the other men, let's blame production because Eugene has been the definition of a big ass bitch, and
mm-hmm,
I'm a grown man, so I can say it.
mm-hmm.
Lisa, close out, baby girl. What do you have to say? You on mute, babe. Is it me? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. But now, okay, uh, now I can definitely say I'm not a big fan of Heaven. I'm not a big fan. Never been a big fan of her. Okay, never was. Like I said, I don't think I like about her is her children, her husband. I love me some Dr. Dane. I think he's a fantabulous man for her. He don't take her shit because he keep her in her place. Okay. Now number two, now you get to the Halloween stuff. Now all this stuff about Quad being sleeping with married men and stuff. That's kind of low because it come from your friend. It ain't come from nobody. It come from your friend. Look at the thing, friend. Your friend don't spread no rumors. Your friend supposed to stop the rumors in its track. She didn't do that.
Come on
She
now.
telling Leah something else. She telling Leah something. Then she go back. She tell Qual something else in her face. That's why Qual came for her today on social media, and she did. Another thing of it is, I don't think. I guess I mean, for me, I didn't think this stuff was funny with the truck. I guess I bet they're telling me it wasn't funny. to me was not funny. I don't. I guess I ain't got no sense of humor. I guess that's just me. Okay. I didn't think it was not funny at all. Don't come for me. That's why I said if I was Toya, baby, I would have been in handcuffs because I would have dragged Aaliyah through that parking lot with that damn truck.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna. I didn't
Now
want to.
that's how I feel.
I meant to throw this in, Lisa. Heavenly did say that Toya allegedly she pushed Anila. She said she pushed her, and that wasn't shown. We didn't see it. We don't know. I don't know, and I could see why they perhaps would want to cut that out if it did happen, because the violent things happening on these shows now are becoming a little bit problematic. You don't put your hands on nobody. Use your words, but you don't put your hands on nobody. But that's
And
what
that's why Eugene got up
Heavenly
and
did
walked
say
away.
that.
And that's why Dr. Eugene
Roya,
got up
did I
and
give
walked
you?
away.
Yeah.
That's why
Roya,
Dr.
did I give
Eugene
you a
got up and walked.
closeout moment? Because I'm tired, y'all. I got to go. But Roya, did you close out? Did you say your last words?
I'm gonna close this out. I think I'm the last person. Shout
Yes.
out to Curves. Love you, Curves. I believe that Dr. Heavenly is gonna be on her channel on Saturday. So y'all go over and follow Curves so that y'all can see our girl. We love you, Auntie
Thank you.
Heavenly.
Thank you.
Um,
I
shout
want
out
to
to
say,
Nola, girl.
good
You just been
baby,
reading all
uh-uh.
night, honey. We love you,
Cuz
Nola.
I watch
Dawn,
you.
shout out.
Cuz baby, I
Dawn,
watched you, but I will not be watching for Dr. Heavenly on your channel. Okay, baby? I love you though, but I push the like button though. Push the
Okay.
like
Thank
button.
you. Thank
yeah,
you.
hit
All
the
right.
like button for
Give
us.
her a like. Okay, finish,
Yeah.
Roya. I'm
Shout
tired.
out to Don. You was just bringing up the facts tonight. I love it. And this was just a great episode. I feel like we really got into the recovery of this ambush that we gave Heavenly. The Halloween party was just hilarious. I'm very interested to see how the husbands are going to work out next week, being that down. I feel like this is actually the first divide that the husbands have kind of had with each other. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to go. Tonight was just an awesome night. It was good to see everybody. Shout out to Diva. We love you. Remember to like, follow, and subscribe and turn on that notification
I
bell.
don't mean no
And
harm. I don't mean no harm. Eugene, throw the axe at the man head. Throw the axe at the man head. Because Eugene said, call me a motherfucker one more time. I said,
Lisa,
he wasn't a big
Lisa,
bitch then. He said, call me a motherfucker one more
Lisa,
time,
Lisa,
baby.
Lisa. Say MF. Thank you. But
On
listen,
MF.
we get it, right?
MF. He
Listen,
said, call
listen,
me
guys, I
MF one
gotta
more
close
time.
out. I gotta close out. But listen, on three, right? We're gonna say blame production. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Blame
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 production.
production.
We love you,
Love
Auntie
y'all.
Heavenly. Bye, Diva.
Thank
Love
See
you.
you.
y'all.
Love
Bye,
Bye,
Diva.
guys. Good night.
you. Bye.